feel bad about liking Matt Damon. I feel like I need to keep that a secret that I like Matt Damon.
Well, you and Ben Affleck have something in common.
I think I like Ben Affleck as an actor too. I feel like that's also an unpopular opinion.
No, he's a good actor.
I think he's great.
Yeah, they've got their pros and cons, I think.
Yeah, I know, but I feel bad about it. I feel like I have to hide from the people I love that I like. I'm a sucker for a Matt Damon movie. When the two of them are in a movie together, I'm all over it. Air was so good.
Keep them apart.
No, come on. Air was good. The story about Nike.
I didn't see it, and that's why I didn't see it. I was like, I can't with these two. No, you put them in their own separate vehicle, then we're good.
You don't like putting them together? You're so weird.
I can't. Good Will Hunting sucked.
Oh, Good Will Hunting is so good.
Such a stupid movie.
Do you like apples?
Ugh.
Do you like apples? A succulent Chinese apple?
This is Apple's Manifest.
This is Goodwill Manifest.
Now that's a movie I'd see. With that guy in it, if he was in a movie, I'd see it.
Oh, that would be the best. Are you prepared to take my bad New England accent?
Don't touch my peanut.
Oh,
classic stuff.
Jack, gonna miss you, buddy. Jack Carlson, rest in peace.
Yep.
All right, new episode, new week, new episode, new everything, new topics, including a Trump campaign hack, and he has returned to Twitter as we speak right now. I think he's talking with Elon Musk. I couldn't tell you though because I tried to get in on it, and I couldn't.
You tried to get in on it?
I tried to get in on the Twitter space, and it wasn't working.
Ah, way to go, Elon.
And now, yeah, Twitter blackout and unable is all trending on. So I don't think anybody can really get on that.
That's good.
That Twitter there. So anyway, but the hack is interesting. And that also kind of dovetails into our second topic, which is JD Vance in drag.
All right.
Beautiful thing. Barbie sequel, that's a bad idea. Airplane etiquette, a New York radio shakeup, and this recession.
Is that a podcast?
Are
you all right over there? What's going on?
Let me check. Yes, that's a podcast. Sounds like you have a. Sounds like you're in a mechanic shop right now.
I am right behind. This is a backdrop. This is just a tarp.
Is Erin doing dishes nearby, or is that just a bunch of tools being unloaded onto a floor?
We're building a spaceship.
Got it.
And that's the sound you hear. That's what you
hear.
Let
me tell you something. Not a bad move.
Thank you.
Not a bad move. Just to have a spaceship.
If Elon can do it, we could do it.
Yeah, I think so. I feel that way.
I mean, if he runs spaceships like he runs Twitter, it's probably not that easy, not that hard.
We also have some other assorted items and such, including Olympic hotties, which there's a list of that out there. And for the longest time, J-Sabs has been teasing a cousin update. We all know her Ukrainian cousin is trying to find love and all the drama that's gone along with that.
Her cousin's Ukrainian?
I thought it was. Or Turkish. I'm not sure.
Well, he's seeing someone from Turkey. He's dating a girl from Turkey.
So I'm getting bits of it. You got to give me some credit for picking up pieces of this.
No, you got none of it. It's a completely different country. And it's not even him. It's the person he's seeing.
No, but I think he's Ukrainian and she's from Turkey.
Okay. I didn't know he was Ukrainian.
It has to be Yoruba. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Oh, maybe he's not Ukraine. I don't know. I forget. Maybe just the war happened at the same time. I don't know. It's all a whole thing's a blur. So I'm not entirely sure, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, my point is if J-Sabs pops in, we'll get her to discuss that. And Frank saw Trap, and he's going to review that for us later on in the episode.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, so we got a lot to get to here. Let's start with the.
I won't spoil anything. Just heads up, I won't spoil anything.
Thank you.
Sure.
Because you know what? Since you said the Deadpool spoilers, I'm starting to get them now, and it's becoming a little irritating for me.
So yeah, Deadpool. The Friday that Deadpool came out, I saw all the spoilers. Literally 2-3 days after the movie came out, and it pissed me off so much because I wanted to go in fresh. But you just run into it, and it's not like I mean, I talked about this already, but it's not. They don't give you a hey spoiler alert in 5 seconds. It's just boom. You scroll and there it is, right in your face, and it's like, well, I can't unsee that.
Yeah.
So that really pissed me off. But Deadpool was great. Besides, seeing the spoiler, along with seeing the spoilers, Deadpool was fine. It's a great movie.
But was it better than Trap? We're not going to know until we hang on till the end.
We got to wait.
Gotta wait for it. That's the rub. Frank, the Trump campaign has been hacked.
No.
Yes. This was first reported by President Donald Trump himself, who said we got hacked.
Okay.
And he put that up on Truth Social. He said it was Iran, and the FBI issued a statement today saying we can confirm the FBI is investigating this matter. On Saturday, Trump and his campaign accused Iran of being behind the alleged hack after Politico reported that it had received anonymous emails that included internal documents related to the vetting of Senator J.D. Vance, who was tapped as Trump's running mate, of course.
What made him think it's Iran that hacked his campaign?
I don't know. And
I mean, what do you mean hacked the campaign? Hacked what part of it? Like the social media, what?
Yeah, no, well, according to them, they didn't get any information that wasn't public. Okay. So it's nothing that has too many dirty secrets to it.
They didn't check his bathroom for classified documents?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
Got it.
But our Politico said that they started receiving campaign communications belonging to a senior Trump campaign official on July 22nd from an anonymous AOL account.
AOL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I still have an AOL account. Okay.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I
Good
still
for
go.
You.
Yeah.
All right.
I have my.
When you sign on, does it go welcome?
No,
you got mail.
I don't have like AOL. I have the
goodbye. I'm sorry.
I have the email. Like okay. I still have my. I have the very second email that I created is that AOL account, and I still have that email to this day. Isn't that weird?
That is weird,
dude. When I open up the spam folder, it just like my phone almost, because I could look at it on my phone email.
Yeah.
And when I open up the spam filter, it almost freezes the phone. There's so much junk that populates.
Dude, delete that stuff.
It's impossible. And I only know this because when I bought tickets to an Islander game through StubHub, they email you. And I was like, I didn't get an email. And they're like, you need to check your spam folder. So I was like, okay.
And you need to scroll back a few days.
Dude, I had to. Yeah. I had to go back. I had to scroll like 1,000 times because it was so jammed up. I wonder if I can show this.
Is it still possible to sign into AOL like we used to? Is that still a thing that you can do? You just don't, that people just don't? You don't think so?
I don't want to do it because weird things can show up and the email shows up on the screen too. But right now, like it just downloaded 300 something in the junk folder, 300 emails.
Well, can you do you log in or sign into your email from your laptop or computer? That's where you have to go and delete your spam. You can't do it on your phone. It'll take forever. You got to do it from your laptop.
Yeah, I do the select all and delete gimmick, but but my point is that email address is so far gone, like it's unsavable. Like it's going to be
deactivate and just start over. Get a fresh one.
I guess I could, but you know what that email has become for me? It's like whenever I want to sign up for something that I know I'm going to get just junk, spam.
Well, then you can't complain when your spam folders.
No, but I mean, like
at the seams.
Like when I just bought a towel from the Islanders and I put that email in because I know they're going to send me, good news. We've got 1% off something you don't like, and then I'm like, I don't have time for that shit.
You bought a towel from the Islanders?
I did. I bought a towel. Isn't that embarrassing? You don't even want to know.
Like what? Like a beach towel?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a beach towel.
I was end of summer deals.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I was in a vulnerable place the other day, and so my wife was like,
Made
"Why
you
don't
feel
you?"
better.
Yeah, she's like, "Why don't
Okay.
you?"
We've all done it. It's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
That's how we got the sink thingy. If I'm not,
That's not inaccurate. Sink thingy is legendary, though. That wish I saved it. It's gone. That thing's gone a while, but I've never come across it again. I bought one, and I don't. You think after you buy one, you'd get all the hey, how about this? How about the disappear? Whatever. Whoever made sink thingy, I don't think they exist anymore.
no, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that they were using bad plastics that were killing people.
Oh, they were using things like Chernobyl turned away.
Yeah, for
it's not. That's not anything you'd want in your sink.
for it to be completely wiped off the face of the earth, that's bad. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it's. Yeah, I don't get any emails like, remember the sink thingy you bought? No, nothing.
Want another one? Is it time for another sink thingy? You get none of that?
I bought one and it came with two, remember? Buy
That's
one,
right.
get one free.
Yeah. They were so desperate.
That sold it for me. That was a bargain.
Why do you think buying things makes us feel better?
That's a little, I don't know. It's like a little joy. It's like getting a new toy. It's something that because you're not going to buy. I mean, usually when you buy something that makes you feel better, it's something leading towards the fun stuff. You're not buying, dish soap, and that's not gonna make you feel better. But if you buy like a gadget or something, that because it's something, then you wait for it to. It's like Christmas. You wait for it to arrive, and then you open it up, and now you got this new thing.
Can I tell you something? I feel like it's my biggest character flaw. It's one of the things I hate about myself the most.
Keep looking.
Is if no, but let me fit between you and my wife. Jesus, I can't even get this out.
Well, don't set them up like that. What are you doing? you're just making you're lobbing grapefruits over the plate. What are you doing?
No, my biggest thing that I hate about myself is I feel the need to get little treats for myself, a little treat for Aunt.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but it's bad. Like it's buying stuff, it's eating shit, it's drink. Like just
Everybody's got that.
This whole thing of like, oh, I had a rough day. I deserve a fucking donut at the end of the day.
Everybody does it. There's nothing wrong with doing little things here and there that make make your day a little better. Pick yourself up.
I think I do it too much. That look, you're killing the audience here.
I'm
Frank.
sorry, Mercury.
You
sorry.
Almost made Mercury choke to death.
Sorry about that.
Don't kill these people. We need them. Yeah, but I take it to a bad like I will literally be like, well, I had a rough 9 to 10 this morning was really rough. I better go get a fucking chocolate shake or something. It's just not good. It's just not good behavior.
Oh, the excuses are getting a little less.
Oh yeah, and
yeah.
And
I stubbed my toe. That's it. I'm buying a new entertainment center.
To be honest with you, yeah, it's like, dude, I bought the towel and I'm so excited for it. And now I'm like, did I really need a fucking towel to fucking?
No, you didn't, but who cares?
My problem is, okay, so I've told this story before and I'm going to tell it in 4 seconds. This logo, the shirt that I'm wearing right now, came out in the 90s and it's what made me like fall in love with the Islanders. And then it was like like everybody pissed on it for 15 years. And then they brought it back and then suddenly like the younger people loved it again. So now they're making stuff with it. So now I feel the need to buy everything with it.
Oh, is that the towel? Is that the thing that's on the towel?
It's not this exact thing, but the shoulder patch, that's the lighthouse patch that you've probably seen, is on the towel. And that's part of this whole little scheme. And they had that. And I always loved the lighthouse thing. So I bought it.
All right.
Stupid. Had to buy it. And my wife she's no help. She's like, buy it. You deserve it. And I just wish she would say I don't deserve anything.
Can I get, let's see, from the Islanders shop? You bought it legit from the Islanders shop?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I guess? Is it
What,
$40?
How much it was?
For a beach towel?
Oh, this will be a fun game. Yeah, God, you can guess. I got to look. I don't even know.
I'm going to say $40.
$40. All right, everybody get their guesses in.
A beach towel with an NHL team logo on it from the NHL team store. How much did it cost? Shipping and handling? I'll say $45.
Let me squash some rumors here that have been started by Paul. No, it was not a cuck towel. I don't know what that is.
I don't want to know what that is.
I don't even want to know what that goes. I think Paul identified something worse than a cuck chair. It would be a cuck towel.
Because there's only, your imagination goes wild. We got 35, Mercury, Bird 60, Robin 54, Mark Connors 1995, Debbie Nolan 75, Robin with a white flag.
My wife.
I think he gives up.
Yeah, that's my wife. My wife's waving the white flag.
All right.
She must have been giving up by this point.
Paul says $125.
No. It's the Islanders. It's not the fucking.
It's not a good team. So
no, but you want to know something? The Islanders are selling. They came up with this whole scheme because there's parts of Long Island that are just filthy, disgusting rich. So they came up with what if we just put the Islander logo on Gucci bags and shit like that? And believe it, they're fucking selling. They're fucking making money that way. They're selling a $1,000 cashmere blanket.
So what are we talking recession for at the end of this thing? I mean, are we really in a recession? People are buying $1,000 Islander cashmere blankets?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. What was your guess, Frank?
Unless there's a red dot on it. $45?
Cashmere.
I wanted the cashmere.
All right, have you been talking to my wife?
No.
The towel was $32, $9.55 in shipping, $3.59 in taxes for a grand total of $45.14.
Boom.
Ms. Justice,
14 cents.
You were so close.
I was 14 cents away.
Frank was closest without going over, so he wins the. You win the towel. I'm gonna actually send it to you.
All right, hey.
It disgusts me to look at it now.
How much shipping and handling could a towel? I mean, not to mention the fact that you live in the same, one county away from the place. Number one, number two, it's a towel, so I don't have to be really delicate with it. I mean, if it was glass, I could see.
Thank you. Yeah. Don't you think $9.55 is a bit steep for a fucking towel?
Throw it in a garbage bag, slap your address on it, and be done with it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what their fucking problem was.
Is it going to be wrapped in bubble wrap and everything?
No, it's a
towel.
Can I be honest with you? I didn't even open it yet. It's been sitting in my house for 3 days. I haven't even opened it yet.
You got it already?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't, and you've been waiting for this thing, and you don't even.
And I didn't even open it.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid. You're stupid.
And then immediately, I regretted it. And then immediately after, I'm like, because somebody keeps stealing the tire caps. What do you call those?
Oh, the cap. For
the air?
The air cap, yeah.
The air tire cap.
Thing.
Nozzle fastener. And then immediately after.
Did you call AAA? Somebody keeps my tire cap.
Somebody keeps. I just got fucking 4 new tires put on. You talk about buying shit for yourself. That's a little treat. Buying shit
that's
that
makes a treat.
But I'm saying buying shit that makes no difference in your daily life. Like buying tires is the same as when we put a roof on the house. Like shit that just takes money from you, and it's just no difference in your life. There's no boost. There's no adrenaline high from paying for a new roof.
Yeah, you just got a new roof. It saves you. I mean, you don't feel the difference, but of course, a new roof is going to save you the headache of leaks and whatever the hell. But you don't notice it.
Broccoli because it's healthy for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Vile weed. But you're right. It's one of those buying 4 tires. It's a safety thing. I get it, but you're not really.
Yeah. So I bought 4 tires. They put the air things on them.
Yeah.
2 days later, two are missing. I don't know who's fucking stealing these things from me, because I only had 1 going into it because somebody had stole 3 of them. So then I was like, oh, they're selling Islander ones, and I almost bought the Islander ones until I was like, stop it. You have to stop. Because they were like 20% off, so they were like $7, and I'm like, they're gonna hit me with another $10 in shipping, and I'm gonna hate it.
Shipping's gonna be more than the things cost. You got to buy it when you go to a game. You pick it up at the. Do they
Yeah.
have them at the game at the?
They do, but the store, that's the thing too. They have 3 stores now. It's such a fucking scam, this whole thing. Used to be there was a store and that was the end of it. Now they have a shop in the arena where they play in. They have a shop in the practice facility that they have. The NHL has their own shop and the Islanders have their own online shop. So there's,
Well, why is it a scam?
now Fanatics is selling stuff, so that's another one. So I keep getting hit with ads for 5 different entities on how to buy stuff, and that's what sucks balls about this towel. It's because it came from I don't even know where I ordered it from. It's either the online shop or the practice facility shop. And
you told me I would have, I look closer to it than you do.
That's why shit is so expensive. And then they'll like flash something out there. They'll be like, "Here you go," and they'll make like 8 of them, and then people are like dying to get these things, and then you can't get them anymore.
Yeah, well, I would abandon the team if I were you. The Islanders, it's not worth it.
Then I saw something. You ever see these things now? They have these oversized chains, and they'll have like a big logo on them.
They look like the giant metal chains.
Yeah. So they had one of those, and they had it with this logo. And I was with my son, and I was at a game, and I was like, "Oh, I really want to buy this." And I'm like, "I shouldn't." We had spent so much money to go to the game, food, all this stuff. And I'm like, let me be responsible, and not buy it. Not a day goes by that I don't think about this stupid $15 chain.
What are you gonna do with that thing?
I don't know, nothing. I'm not gonna wear it, but I just love that. I love this so much. I want to put it like you can't see, but if you ever watch like a TikTok of ours, if I was holding the camera, just out of picture frame is 3 of these logos. Like I just keep collecting them and keep putting them into places.
What is it with that logo?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I used to draw this constantly. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this that is just burned in my brain.
It's like you ever see Close Encounters when he's making the mashed potato mountain? There's something significant with that logo. It's going to mean something later in life to you.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I know what it is. That's what you're going to look like in like 30, 40 years. You're going to look like that guy. You got the same facial hair. It's just going to be white.
But it all goes white? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You're going to turn into that guy.
Probably. You're probably right.
We just got to get you. What is he wearing? One of those fisherman hat and things. Yeah, we'll just get you that getup.
I do. I have this shirt. I have a sweatshirt with it. I have 2 hats with it. I have like, I don't know. I can't get it. And then it's also to the point where like my kids are buying me stuff and my wife is always trying to get me a gift or something. So now like we just found another Islander street sign that I have here, like, cause we cleaned like some stuff up and there was like this other, I have another sign above me. I have 2
You could
more.
open your own Islander shop.
I know. It's just too many Islander signs. And like
garage sale, man. Just start fresh.
I remember your dad wasn't a big sports. Your dad's not a big sports guy.
Not a huge. He has his favorite teams, but he's not like a huge sports guy.
Yeah, so like my dad was like a Yankee fan, and like every year I feel like I bought him the same stupid Yankee shirt or something. Like guy must have like 90 Yankee shirts and Yankee mugs and stuff. Right. And I'm starting to have the same thing. I have 2 Islander keychains identical because my daughter bought them for me 2 years in a row with the little school sale. It's fucking.
Do you even use them? Are they on your keys?
Well, it's an Islander puck, but it's like a soft. It looks like a dog toy.
Oh, is it like for a boat? Like it floats in the water?
Yeah, it doesn't float, but yes, they're along the same. Yeah, it's big, and so I put it on the spare keys, and then one day when I was leaving the house, she's like, "Where's the keychain I got you?" And I was like,
"Special occasions."
Yeah.
Wear it. Oh boy!
And she was like, "Oh, here it is," and then she put it on my keys, so now there's just this huge thing in my pocket all the time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway,
well,
I don't know how I got onto the therapist couch here, but let me hop off.
Yeah, please. Let's wrap. We're out of time. We'll see you next week for your next appointment.
What's bothering you, Frank? Do you want to sit down on the chair for a little bit?
No, I'm good. But as far as you're concerned, just stop buying shit. Maybe deactivate some accounts. I don't know. Just cut up some credit cards.
I love it. I love Amazon. You know, it's weird because social media can get a little frustrating, like to constantly scroll, And I find myself just going on Amazon and just scrolling Amazon and looking at stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, me too. I window shop on Amazon. I browse.
I know you do.
Absolutely. I just bought. They just showed up today. They bought a new pair of sneakers.
Really?
Yeah.
Like those viral sneakers or like a real brand? Have you noticed that yet? Like
viral sneakers.
Like everybody's like, oh, those viral glasses, and then there's like viral sneakers that have like weird cushiony bottoms now.
Oh no, they're Skechers.
Oh, okay. So a brand. Yeah. Okay.
Brand. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I see like whenever some non-brand like Temu or what's that Chinese Wish or no, what's the one they sell them all, Alibaba or something like that, where you can go and buy a bulk of something and then try and sell it. Right. I feel like any one of those products are suddenly a viral,
Yeah, they're viral because people are getting probably paid to promote them.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. But I get hit with those like all the time on TikTok now. TikTok sucks because it's just shop after shop after, like, buy this, buy that, buy this. It's like, shut the fuck up already. Just what happened when we were making funny little videos that we could all laugh at, That's what I was here for.
The good old days.
We'll never go back to the good old days of TikTok.
What about the days when there was nothing on your phone? You couldn't even carry your phone in your pocket.
Your brother made me laugh though when he sent a meme today when it was like when you forget your phone going into the bathroom and now you have to take an old school 90s style shit or whatever it was.
Oh, you feel like you're a caveman. It doesn't make any sense. You're in there like, I don't even know why I came in here. What I'm doing is secondary. This whole thing, this whole process is not the main reason I came in here. I came in here to play this stupid game on my phone.
It's so fucking true. And it was like a gorilla, and which they superimposed into like a bathroom. So it was just like, like a gorilla could just be like looking around like this, and that's what the gorilla was doing in the bathroom.
I never noticed that before.
Yeah.
And you're counting the patterns in your tile, and you're like, that looks like a face.
It's so true. I mean, going in there without a phone is like, so uncomfortable.
It's weird. Because you're like, I want to get out of here quickly. I don't know. This is so awkward. Do I say something to myself? It's like being in an awkward conversation with nobody.
Yeah.
You don't know what to say next. You don't know what to do. You just, where do my hands go? I'm usually holding a phone, but now I just sit on like this if I forget my phone. So I don't know what to do with my hands.
Fucking Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
It's so funny because whatchamacallit, we've just become so like that thing just carries us through all those, even like when you're waiting in a waiting room or the DMV or whatever
absolutely.
It is, you just go right to it, and it's so comforting to just be on that phone.
Yeah, it made it so that we don't mind the long waits and whatever we have to, it just made it way more palatable. I feel like if we had to do the same things and we didn't have the phone, we'd be sitting there, there'd be way more complaints of this is taking forever. Why is this taking so long? But now that I have Candy Crush in my hand, all right, I'll be, you know what? You go ahead of me. I got to finish this level.
Yeah. Cause it's so, and I don't know if you know this, but you kind of have a feeling, my wife knows this, to be in a room with me alone is not.
It's brutal.
It's brutal.
The smell alone.
When I'm there and it's just me and I'm just like, I have to just deal with myself. Oh my God, I hate it.
The smell and then the arm hair. It's an awful experience. I recommend to no one.
The endless amount of shit you don't want to deal with.
No,
I love that fucking phone. Shine. Yeah, I think that's one of those things.
Yeah, it's another one of those apps that you buy shit off of.
Yeah. Sorry, there's like great. Everybody's hysterical in the comments, and I missed it for a little.
Yeah, you got to keep on top of these things. Islander Strip Club. That's
Yeah,
an idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
I mean, for
Come on,
you,
man.
it is.
Frank will die in Skechers. Oh my god! Look how well these people. Look how well the audience knows you now. I
It's true.
mean, you.
I like them. I don't know what it is. And I read things online that say, "Oh, they're not good for your back and this and that," but they're comfortable to me. I don't get it. I feel fine in them. I feel good in them. I got the ones that look like they have laces, but they don't. They slip right on.
Such an old man. You're a
If you wear
fucking old
Crocs, let's not throw some stones yet. All right.
I feel like Crocs are respectable.
No.
Skechers.
Crocs are the mullet of the shoe world.
They do have Islander Crocs. I not. No, they have Islander flip flops. You know, like what they do with the flip flops now? They call them slides. That's very cool.
I don't like that.
You don't like it?
No.
I don't like it.
Slides. Slides are at the park. You go on a slide for the park.
I kind of like calling them slides. I think that's really slangy. Christine writes, "And did you know Trump and Elon are in an interview right now? I think it's on X." Yes, we talked about this at the beginning of the show. They are doing an interview. I couldn't get into it. I don't think anybody can because it's trending on Twitter how people can't listen to the interviews though.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be all bullshit anyway. They stole the election from us, and Kamala Harris is crazy. She doesn't know what she's doing. That's going to be the same nonsense you hear at his rallies. That's all it is. So,
Elon,
if you want to hear the interview, just go on YouTube and watch one of his rallies.
Yeah, you can watch the greatest hits, right?
That's
Elon was told by the UK and EU to censor Trump on X. No, what was it? What did you say, Cuddles? No, she tuned out. Okay, Cuddles was telling me something. The EU told Elon something. I don't know. Or equal. Maybe it was an equal time that he's got to give her equal time. Was that it? I can't remember.
I don't know. Well, like you said last time, I don't know. Is that a news? Is that only for news and for commercial advertising?
Yeah, I don't know if that applies. It's broadcast license. If the FCC gives you a broadcast license, you have to do equal time.
Yeah, so I don't think that's an Elon Musk Twitter thing.
Christine, they are fighting. Are Elon and Trump fighting? That would make me.
Are they fighting?
Oh, are they fighting? Oh, yeah.
Not
if they fought, that would make me so fucking happy. That would make me so happy.
Frank, Mark, when I saw it, Trump was. Oh, I'm sorry.
Was this all in the Trump hack? Yeah, my Islander towel and everything was all involved in the Trump hack. Yeah, what were you going to say, Frank?
I don't know. Christine says, Frank, when I saw it, Trump was talking about the assassin. Okay, well, at least it's a different ish topic.
Oh, it's on YouTube right now. That's what I tweeted, that exact thing. Can somebody put this on YouTube? This thing that's supposed to be on Twitter only, we put on YouTube so we could all fucking see it.
Yeah, put it somewhere else, please.
Yeah, I just don't. I would love to see what that is. Anyway, let's get back to the Trump hack. They accused Iran. I don't know where that comes from, but this is also coming at the same time as the JD Vance drag photos are leaking.
So now, I saw that. Like, is he I haven't heard JD Vance talk about drag. I'm sure he's against it, but I don't know for sure. I don't know what the.
I can't imagine him being for it.
Right. So I don't know what the. What he's said about it. So I can't. I mean, if he's against it and now he's dressing, I don't know. So it's a weird. He's just a weirdo. He's like and that's saying something when you're standing next to Trump and you're the weirdo. That's a hard bar to cross over. But he's doing it.
It is. Don't you think
he's not a weirdo for wearing drag? He's a weirdo for being against it. And yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's what's so funny about this is how do you attack this as a Democrat? Because there's so many. It's the hypocrisy of it all.
That's the point. It's the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, he's calling Trump the Hitler of America, and now he's his running mate. So it's a weird. It's a hypocrisy. Well, you could say that about Lindsey Graham. Same thing. If we elect this guy, we're going to destroy our party and we'll deserve it. That's what he said in 15 or 16. And now he kisses his ass. So
licks it from what I can gather.
According to the autobiography. I don't know.
Might be some licking there going on there.
Right.
But yeah, so it's kind of strange. Politico and a couple of other places have just been randomly getting, photos from this one particular AOL account, and I think they're just like taking their time to go through it and make sure what everything is. But what Trump said in his Truth Social post was that it wasn't any information that wasn't already public. However, I can't help but think as you're going through the vetting process as these campaigns do, and you're, going over every last thing. I mean, they always tell you in these vetting processes, like, hey, if you got something, tell us what it is now because we're going to find it. Right. And it's better that you just tell us and help us get there before anything else. Exactly. I can't imagine that this didn't come up. And what makes me think it didn't come up is the fact that they don't have a response for it.
That who doesn't oh, yeah, they've never said anything about it. Right.
They never said anything about it. So this Matt XIV on Twitter at Matt XIV, you can see he was the one who published these first. So he put this one up the other day. So this has kind of been around for a little while. JD and the whole and the get up there with the blonde hair. And then supposedly, okay, so this is the second one that just hit this guy's inbox today. It's got a little choker chain on it there, little necklace action, a purse to go along with it. It looks like the same outfit, same dress bottom and same top, same sort of wig as the first one. So homie looks like he got a little bit of a drag pass to him. You know what I'm saying? Again, not that there's anything wrong with that, not that it bothers any of us, but you can't be on that conservative side and be against trans this and fucking abortion that, and then you're running around college in a fucking. And by the way, who didn't run around college in a wig and women's underwear and high heels? Am I right, Frank?
It's well.
Help me out here, buddy.
Sure. No, but it's just hypocritical to be like, oh, men shouldn't dress up as women, whatever. And it's like, well, it's good. You could do it, but nobody else. It's like it's the whole. Yeah, the hypocrisy of it all is mine. It's just never ending.
Because it feels to me like 99% of people don't give a shit if he did or not. But it's like, I would love to know what are the evangelicals and the hardcore Christians thinking about their poster boy right now who's fighting for those abortion rights so hard. What do they feel about this? What do you think about that? Your guy's a drag. Guess what? Your guy's a guy like everybody else who got probably too fucked up, and he's probably high on coke and God knows whatever else, putting on fucking shit. Who
the hell knows?
Having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Sneaking into the boys' bathroom. Flashing the old foot. What was that? Remember that other politician? Remember the other politician who got nailed? He was the anti-gay guy. He was so against gay rights, and then he got nailed at like the airport bathroom or the Amtrak bathroom or something.
I don't know this.
You don't know this? He was throwing like foot signals underneath the stall.
When was this?
Oh, this is like a couple of years ago. Please, somebody, dear Lord, somebody remember.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know.
I don't know if he was a senator. I feel like he was a member of Congress, and he was anti-gay everything. And then, sure enough, like 3 or 4 months later, he's caught throwing signals underneath the bathroom stall, trying to get a fucking, Oh, see, you're what? So we need more intelligence on the show. That's why your wife's Larry.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you,
hon.
Thank you. Was it a airport bathroom or an Amtrak bathroom? I'm not sure which one's worse. I feel like an Amtrak bathroom is worse.
I don't know.
You're just paying the same amount of money to get to somewhere just in a longer amount of time.
You can't go over oceans.
Yeah. It just seems horrible. My wife said to me the other day, she goes, would you ever drive to? I go, no. You don't even have to put the location. If we could take an airplane, I'm going on an airplane. Anywhere. Yeah. Can't fucking take it anymore.
That's hilarious. Every time I sign on to this show, you guys are saying, what's the name of that guy or girl? That's true. We don't know the names of anybody.
Can't remember shit. Look at all the people that remember it was an airport. See? Thank you, everybody. Southwest and Frontier and all these fucking Breeze, they've ruined me. If I can't fly there for $39, I don't want to go anymore.
$39.
Yeah, they have the rates that start at like 30. I mean, you wind up
I
paying
don't.
like,
I feel like that's too cheap. I don't. I don't trust. I don't trust that airplane if they're only charging me $40 for my seat.
well, you got to get out and push to get it started. But other than that,
Right. No, I'm good. You got to stick your arm out the window and flap. No, I'm not. I'm not into maybe a little more expensive. So I know they're at least maybe using some of that money for the upkeep of the plane.
Yeah, that's what I always wonder. I'm like, if we all paid $39, how's this thing getting off the ground?
How are we doing this? I feel like we're not even covering the fuel cost here. I don't know how we're doing this.
Fuel $700 a gallon for an airplane. I don't know how.
Yeah, this doesn't make this. Nothing's adding up here. You're giving away free sodas. That you're not. You're losing money on this flight.
I know. It's fucking airlines. They're saying now, this doesn't make any sense to you, but they're saying now they're going to try and stop the airlines from charging families to sit together because that's their newest thing now. Okay, you pay $39 for a ticket, then it's $20 for a carry-on. You have a personal item, but that's different from a carry-on. Then it's like $45 for a bag, right? So so it starts to add up over time. But then if you want to pick your seat, you got to pay money for that. As it stands right now, for like us, it's a family of 4. They ask the age of the kids that are flying, so they know that they have to have a kid with a parent. They can't split you up 3 and 1. They have to do 2 and 2. But we were on a plane that had plenty of space, and they split us up 2 and 2 and didn't put us anywhere near each other.
So if you wanted to sit next to each other, I mean, they would have charged you, but they can't do that now.
They would have charged us. Yeah. Now, well, there's the government is trying, Schumer or whoever is trying to make that illegal, which I do agree with. I mean, not because it affects me directly, but it's a scumbaggy thing. Like I can understand
it's nickel and diming.
Yeah, if it was honest, because there was room, because we would have taken a seat farther in the back if that was the case. Like, what do I give a shit? I don't care where on the plane. These people are like, I can't sit in the back. You're closer to the bathroom. You're all getting there at the same fucking time. Okay, you have to wait a little.
I don't want to be near the bathroom.
But there's a bathroom in the front too.
Put me away from the bathroom. I'll walk the extra 12 feet. I don't care. I don't want to sit right next to where people are in the going to the bathroom.
It's true.
I'm good with sitting as far away from the bathroom as possible.
Yeah, it's true. But anyway, it was just there was 4 seats together, and they put us separately because I'm like, oh, and I'm like, we'll just ask, and so we're like, hey, can you just stick us together? And they're like, well, you can pay for it, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, never mind. So like, you want to do
why?
it? Like,
I would ask why. What is the cost? What is me handing you however much money how does that help facilitate this deal? Why is me giving you an extra $10-15 gonna allow me now to sit over there? Look, what does that do?
I don't know. So they're making their money.
It's just another way to nickel and dime you.
Because now you're buying 4 seats, so that's another $15 per. So you're right, there's $60 for a family of 4.
That's insane. That's what it is. It's just nickel and diming. It's like, all right, how can we? I feel like there's people sitting around the table. All right, how can we get another $10 out of everybody? I'm surprised they still hand out free snacks and soda.
They don't. Oh, you get a free. Do you get the pretzel?
Last time we were on a plane, they give you a free soda, juice, or whatever the hell else. Nothing alcohol.
Sounds like you aren't flying Frontier for $39 a seat, my friend.
I see.
I don't know how things are on your fancy Delta and American Airlines, but on Frontier, you don't get shit.
You get some crackers or some pretzels.
Feels like any second now they're going to charge you for oxygen. Be like, excuse me, hey, Gandolfini, you're breathing a little heavy there. If I keep seeing that, we're going to put a $5 surcharge on you.
Oh, and as soon as I get in the plane, I have to turn, that little fan? It's like a little nozzle that you turn so that it shoots air. I have to put that on. Or else it's just too still, and I feel like I'm sitting in like I don't know, like a sauna. I need that air on me. I'm sure it's recycled bullshit air, but I need a breeze in my face.
Listen, I kid you not. We land Frontier on our way back from Florida, the most recent trip. The stewardess says to us, "Can you please open up your air vents because it helps keep the plane cool for the next flight?" she made that announcement on the way out.
Well, that's okay. I understand that. I was on a plane where they told us to, before we left the plane, to close the window shade because it keeps the sun. It keeps
Is that right?
Yeah, it keeps the plane cooler.
Hmm.
Yeah, I get that. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind doing those little things. That's fine. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I like, the seat where you have to like be in charge of the exit door.
Yeah.
An emergency exit. I'm okay with that. Because you a little extra foot room.
No, I don't want you there. You there?
No.
No.
I'm the first one out. Oh wait, no, you're not supposed to do that.
You're supposed to help everybody out. You're not gonna.
I'm kidding. Oh wait, no, you got to help people. I get it. But the only the downside with that is, I can't remember. I haven't sat in that seat in a long time. I think I sat in that once, but I don't know if like there's a TV in the front of on the back of the seat in front of you. Can you see? Do you not get that TV in that seat?
I don't know, because again, I don't know if you're catching it on drift here of who flies better out of the two of us. On Frontier, there are no TVs.
I'm sorry, but you're paying $39. Everybody's flying better than you.
No, I mean, it sounds like you're doing well with your Delta and your JetBlue and shit like that, but we don't have that stuff in the Anthony household.
Well, our last flight was to Alaska, and we didn't want $39 it there. Okay, we wanted to get there. You wanted
to make it there to your destination,
right?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. No, I have not been on an airplane with a television on it, and I can't remember when.
Are you serious?
Swear to God,
dude.
There's no TVs on Southwest either.
You got to get the little TV. They get all the movies, and you scroll through all the new releases and stuff. The stuff that just came out of the movie theater. Oh yeah, you haven't lived, my friend.
So the last flight I didn't pay for, meaning somebody paid to have me go. I went to Chicago, and that I flew out of LaGuardia for. Every other flight that I've been on, I don't even know, in the last 11 years, has flown out of MacArthur. Meaning, for people who don't know, it's a small, tiny little airport.
Yeah, it's not like, in New York we have JFK, we have LaGuardia. Those are huge airports. MacArthur's a small. There's commercial planes, but it is not nearly.
There's Southwest and Frontier, and now Breeze is flying there a couple of times a week. Some people are like, I've never even heard of these fucking airlines, and how your old pal.
Remember the Wright brothers plane? That's pretty much what takes off from
basically
with all the wings. Like there's like 7 stacks of wings.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, this airport is so small. I park the car, I walk 10 feet. I'm in the gate. I'm through security in 4 minutes. You can get to the airport 15 minutes before the plane is supposed to take off, and you will make it without a problem.
I remember when we went to, I think it was either the Bahamas or something, and we landed, and then we had to take a little puddle jumper thing to the island.
Yeah,
it was. You get off the plane, you walk through this. It was one building that was maybe the size of like a gymnasium. Like a school gymnasium, like a small. You go in, and there's one line, one little conveyor belt with an X-ray machine, and you just walk through, and you're and then you walk out, and then you open the door, you're outside on the tarmac, and there's the next plane. You walk up the ladder, and you're in the plane. It was such a weird experience. It's like, all right, I guess that was it. We're checked out.
Well, you're still doing these things. You're going. Are we still doing this? Is this still real in this?
Yeah.
This year? It's ridiculous.
It's nuts, but that's what it is.
I don't have a problem opening the vent, by the way. Catching some criticism for the vent comment. I'm okay to open the vent, but it is just this whole like, hey,
Bird's
everybody.
had it. Had it with your shit.
She has, I think so. But it's just like, hey, everybody, we're in this together. Like, I also heard like one of the flight attendants be like, oh, can you pick up that somebody like dropped some stuff on the floor. They were like, "You picked that up off the
Oh
floor."
no, that's not
It's like,
happening.
what is your? Well, there was that story where this kid had like a meltdown, and there was like crackers on the floor, and the flight attendants made the mom pick it up before she got off the plane, which is kind of like crazy to me. Like, granted, you shouldn't have to pick up after other people and shit like that, but shit happens, and you're paying for a service regardless, even though you're paying nothing. Like, you're still paying for a service. You know?
Yeah, it's. I mean, if your kid makes a huge mess on the plane, that's. I feel like you should at least help a little. No,
You do the fake offer, like, oh, can I? Oh, she's
I'll take it.
I got
Oh, you got it. I
No,
got.
thank
I
you.
got. They're all over me. I gotta go. Yeah, something.
something.
Make an effort.
Like when you offer to pay the bill when you go out to dinner with your parents, you're like, let me.
Can I at least what? Can I get the tip or what? Next time.
Next time I'll take care of that. Then next time I'll do that. Barbie sequel. Look at this. The female on the show finally shows up during the female topic. How about that?
How convenient.
How convenient.
Convenient.
J Sabs, you're a big Barbie fan, right? You love women and all the women things. You think women should be able to have kids?
What an intro. You're a fan of women and women things.
Well, listen to this. Because they were talking to Greta Gerwig about a sequel for Barbie, and she didn't want to comment on it because it sounds like she might be working on it. You know what the Barbie sequel is going to be?
What going to be? What going to be called?
Ken.
So it's just called Ken.
They're going to do it.
Of course it is.
They're working on a sequel for Barbie called Ken. I'm against this because the whole purpose for Barbie
Right.
It was a woman thing, yeah.
Put women first. Let's get the women out there, the women ideas, women.
Well, let's see. The Barbie movie, Ken stole the show, kind of, right? Didn't Ken, like at the Oscars, he was like the big
how I
deal
feel about it. I feel like she was fantastic, and he was.
Oh, she was. But coming out of that movie, you know, Ken had the big musical number at the Oscars. Ken was nominated, right? Wasn't he nominated and she wasn't?
By a sexist Hollywood studio system.
I agree. But maybe in this Ken movie, Barbie will be the big, she'll have the big number and the whole thing.
Doubt it, but good try.
I'm just trying to look on the positive side.
I feel like this is society putting Barbie second fiddle once again to Ken and all his bullshit.
Yeah, can we call this Barbie 2, please?
I think if you're going to make a movie about Barbie, if you make a sequel to Barbie, it should be about Barbie.
Right.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I think in this one, she should realize she doesn't need Ken. And maybe I am slightly attracted to Dr. Barbie.
Oh,
there you go.
Maybe we should have an examination.
Okay.
I'm writing a script. I'm just
I don't know if your fanfic should make it into this into the hands of Greta Gerwig. I don't think that's a good idea.
There's no expectations. I'm going to send it to her. If she likes it, we'll see if we can work out a deal. If not, no harm done.
As long as she pays you as much as Ted Danson.
I'm going to write. What does Ted Danson have to do with anything?
Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld. Ted
Danson. You think Ted Danson has a plane like this? He's good. Right. You're not. Okay. Airplane etiquette. We talked about that already.
Yeah, this is good. Well, let's give it to J Sub. She's here. I obviously
want
to
know. Go ahead.
The cousin story. I don't know how much time we have. Should we go to airplane etiquette? Should we get the cousin story out of the way? What's going on?
I don't know how much time I have. I'm far from the thing. Hold on, because I'm trying to put clothes away. You know, I'm trying to do everything, be everything. Like
Barbie.
Like the message of Barbie. Yep, right. I get it.
Not easy being a woman, right?
No, it is not. And you know what? You guys just don't know.
We don't know.
You just don't know.
That's true.
We have it so easy. But we're grateful for you. Well, that's nice.
For all the womanly things.
Just you. Yeah, for you being you. You and all the other yous. All the other women.
Listen, yeah, I have to agree.
All right. Yeah. Give us a cousin update. Now your cousin's Ukrainian, or did I mix that up?
well, we are Ukrainian, correct? He
Okay.
is, yeah, he is just like me. He's half Ukrainian, German, whatever. And then his mom is, I think, well, she's definitely Irish and Italian, something like
Okay.
that.
So what's going on with the? There was an update we heard about the girl he's seeing from Turkey.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but I will say something.
Say it all. Do me a favor. Reset the table. Where did we leave off with all this? I forget.
Basically, God.
Just all right. Don't set the table. Just tell us where we are now.
I don't. So basically, just a little recap. My cousin was He met some girl online. I'm not even sure which app, but turns out she was in Turkey, like legit lived there, and so they like dated, quote unquote, for 3 years. He went there to Turkey twice. My aunt thought he was going to be sold as a slave there when he went there, but he's not. He wasn't, and so she wasn't allowed to come here because to come here she had to be on a work visa. So basically,
Even just a visit, like if she wanted to take a vacation, she had to come in with a work visa.
Yep.
That's weird.
Okay, wait a minute. Trad wife J-Seps. You want to hear something really creepy?
Yes.
My husband just said that to me yesterday, and he's never said that to me before in his life. Isn't that really weird?
He's spending too much time on TikTok.
Is that a new thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Traditional?
Yeah. In your eyes, what would that be? I'm sorry, I'm straying away from the story.
I don't know. I don't think there should. I think a wife is whoever, just the. I don't think there should be a stereotypical. This is the wife's duty, and. So
Frank's trying not to get in trouble right now.
Yeah, he is.
That's what I think. It's also what I think.
No, I'm with him. There shouldn't be any confusion, right? The wife is in the kitchen and the man goes out and makes the money. That's what you're trying to say?
Exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
All right.
That's exactly what your point.
Good.
That is kind of creepy though.
Trad wife.
Do you like being a trad wife? Some people love the trad. The trad wives are very trad proud. They are very proud to be trad.
Now, what's the opposite? Is there an opposite term?
Feminism.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I would say, to me, a traditional wife, trad wife, is someone who does all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the food shopping, all the things that
The household chore stuff.
Right.
See, Frank, you're a trad wife. Look at you, buddy, breaking the stereotypes down.
No, I'm saying that I think that was the tradition years ago, but I don't think that's obviously not the way it is today.
In my life, it is.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
In Frank's house, he does the shopping. That's what I understood.
He does go food. In fact, he said he likes going food shopping.
I do enjoy food shopping. I get to pick out my stuff. I get to. Look at 150 calories. That's great.
No, but Shane Gillis might have the best Trump, but we have the best shopping meme ever right there. Frankie C, everybody. He minds shopping better than anybody.
He does.
And I like to push the cart with the thing right up to my chin.
Yeah, it's like playing a guitar, a not real guitar. You has to be higher than it's supposed to be.
It's right up here.
Nobody mimes shopping like Frank. Okay, yeah, sorry, your cousin.
Sorry, I went off there. So what happened was, I guess she was interested in being a chef in Turkey, and she got to come here on a visa for a culinary art school.
Okay.
But not here in Texas. And he actually moved to Texas for a job.
Okay.
But they were not close to each other. They were about 3-4 hours away.
Oh, that sucks.
It's better than 12 hours or however long it takes to get to Turkey from here.
Right. So, okay, fine. So 2 weeks ago, they were supposed to come here. He was visiting from Texas and bringing her with him. 2 days before the trip, he tells my aunt she's not coming. So we were all like, "Oh, what's going on?" So I can't give too much away because
Wait,
depending
can I
on
guess? Can I
go ahead,
guess?
go ahead.
An immigrant came across the border and murdered her.
Jeez.
No,
I hear that's a big thing
surprisingly,
today.
surprisingly, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, because never mind. I'm not gonna do it. Go ahead.
All right, wait till I tell my Q friends. They're not gonna believe this. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
You can guess. So they broke up, and
It's over.
it's over. But you can guess why.
She cheated.
Yeah.
Was that a yes? I didn't hear. Was that a
Yes.
yes?
Yes.
I knew
Wait
it.
a minute. Okay, so they both moved to Texas. They live 4 hours away, but she ended up not actually. She had plans to come to Texas. She said plans fell through. She ended up not
No.
moving to Texas.
She was supposed to come here with him for a visit
to New York. Okay.
Yeah, she's been living there for like 6 months or so.
She's been living in Texas for 6 months.
Yes.
How long has your cousin been in Texas?
Since October.
Okay. How many months is that?
It's like
almost
9 or 10.
10 months. Okay, 10 months. Okay.
So basically, oh God, I can't give too much information. But he heard her blowing another guy on the phone.
Stop it. Stop it.
Why did she answer?
Stop it. Why did she answer?
Why'd she pick up?
Hello?
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Can I call you right back?
Oh, God.
Well, no, nothing.
So, wait a second. All right, so she was living in Texas for 6 months or whatever.
He's laughing at my joke. Go ahead.
And she's cheated with someone she met in Texas?
No, let me tell you. Remember when I told you that they used to fall asleep on the phone together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she thought he fell asleep. He didn't. She didn't hang up the phone. About an hour later, he heard her blowing some dude.
What did he like? So go, hey, I could hear. Like, what did how did that?
He screamed her name, and she came to the phone and said, "Oh, that was porn."
Oh my God! First of all, great impression. I don't know what she sounds like, but that sounds pretty good.
Probably, yeah.
That was porn.
Have you ever met her or talked to her?
That sounds
Yes.
like a Turkish whore if I ever heard one.
Man.
Okay.
So she was in Texas. This was in Texas.
Yes.
So she moved to Texas, lived there for 6 months, happened to just meet someone in Texas.
No. Let's just say
she moved there with someone.
no.
What? Tell me.
She's a lady of the night.
What are you talking about?
She's a hooker?
Yeah,
Is that for
Yeah.
real?
that's for real.
You just found this is new information. We didn't
No.
know this.
We did not know this.
I'm sure he did not know this.
He did not know this.
So she wasn't cheating, she was working.
Wait.
Is that how she got her visa? Work visa? You can't get a work visa doing that.
Wait, Lindarilla, maybe she was just stirring macaroni. I am dying.
Oh my God. Let's... All right. Okay. Good Lord.
Oh, shit. That does make a similar noise. I never thought of that before. That's amazing. Oh, shit.
Criminy.
So, yeah, and
So then, all right. How did that? I would have
Well,
loved to have heard that conversation.
Oh, I thought you wanted to hear the blowjob.
No.
Okay.
Lindarella, I feel like, God, I wish we could hang out. Me and her, we would get along. I think. Where does she live? Where do you live,
We'll just
Linda
go on
Rose?
vacation. I'm sure you'll run
Yeah,
into her at some point.
I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. Maybe
Become
you
best
can too.
friends.
We become exchange emails, phone numbers.
Mark's asking if I'm writing this down for the screenplay. Yeah, this is all going to be in the new Barbie sequel. You guys are going to love it.
It's gonna be a lot of macaroni being made.
So he said he kind of had a feeling because she sent him a picture once, and there was a man's boot in the corner.
Oh,
And
no.
she
One of
goes,
those old
and
things.
he-
That feels like an old internet thing, though.
No, and he goes, whose boot is that? My friend. And he's like, your friend has a big foot. Haha. Oh, Adam, that's just my friend's boot. That's right.
So
This is rough. I
this,
feel like I've
yeah,
been
this,
cheated on.
that is brutal. So now, when did this happen? A couple months ago.
He found this out in June, end of June.
June, and that's it. Hasn't talked to her since. I'm sure. As far as you know.
Well, he confronted her, and
In
she got
person
really-
or over the phone?
you know what? I don't know, but she got really mad at him. So, and the thing is, it's the truth. I can't say too much more because of legal issues. Ice.
Yeah, did he call the fucking ice on her? That's the move.
But yes, first of all, I think it's kind of badass not to hang up the phone when you're blowing some other dude.
Yeah.
Is it badass or is it
Dumb.
scumbaggy?
Yeah, well.
Or she wanted it. She wanted out. That's to me. That's a little.
Well,
call
the
that a
kicker.
Freudian slip.
No, the kicker is when they were gonna come here. What do you think that they were gonna do?
Get married.
Yep.
So wait a minute. Okay. So he asked her what was going on, and then she finally admitted it?
Nope.
Or so how does he know that that's what was happening? Like that was the.
I'll text you the answer once I'm allowed to say it here. I will. But
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
I'm looking forward to this text.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
That sucks.
I think
Yeah.
a part of you who doesn't hang up that phone and just goes and blows the next client, like that's I think what you're subconsciously what you're doing.
Well, if it's subconscious, you don't know what you're doing.
But didn't they? I mean, they've met and they were physical, right, with each other.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Should charge him? That would have been
wait,
clue
I'm gonna
number
write
one.
this to you. Hold on.
Which girl was in bed taking a nap? You remember Jerry when he hires the cleaning lady who he starts sleeping with?
Oh, yeah.
Who was taking the nap? I made the bed.
I made the bed. The house is still a mess.
What did I just pay for?
I
texted you
believe
both.
that was the last episode or the second to last episode or something. It
No.
was one of the last episodes, that one.
Was it? I thought it was earlier than that.
No, it was that episode, then the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and then the finale.
I had that wrong. What were you saying, Janine?
Oh, Turkish Haktua. I texted you guys something.
I don't get how
Oh
those
my
two are related,
God.
but okay.
Well, I don't know what the first one means. I mean,
I don't know what that has to do with the second thing. Oh, that's how he found. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
wait, what do you mean? That's how I get how he.
I don't think they're related.
They're not. Okay.
They're not related. The first one's just a freebie.
Just a little fact, little bonus footage.
Yeah.
Was it to fix it, or was it a complete renovation? If you know what I mean.
That means I don't know.
Nobody knows what we're talking about. This is going to be so weird.
Were we adding a second story? Were we changing the building altogether, or was it just to fix a little leaky corner of the roof?
Probably is beat up.
But what was that? I couldn't hear.
It was beat up.
It was oh.
Complete overhaul kind of a thing.
Got it. Well, I have to tell you, in light of what you just shared, he might have had it coming.
Why is that?
Because
Because you don't meet a girl on a website on the other side of the world.
well, not even that, but if you meet a girl or a guy for that matter, and it's a weird, like, it's like when you hook up with somebody on a first date and then they go, this is not like me. I don't do this. But then they continue to act like like somebody who, who
does this all the time.
all right. And then they cheat on you like 2 months, 3 months later. And you're like, well, I didn't see that. Well, you didn't see that coming because
I didn't want to see that coming.
right, exactly. Like you meet somebody under bad circumstances and then it ends badly. It's like, what were you expecting?
From what J Sabs, what you were saying, it sounded like they were all about each other with the not hanging up the phone. I mean, maybe a little too, with that phone thing was like a very, I'm in your life all the time, even though we're on the other side of the world. So it seemed like they were about each other. I mean, he was certainly about her. But...
So, that's a hard. I mean, he was very into her, and she was very into him, but probably just to get her green card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently,
she probably had 10 of him. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, so I have this friend in the pizzeria that I always go to, and he's from Turkey. And I was telling him the story just because, talk all this bullshit, whatever. And he's like, yeah, that's what they do. And I went, what? He goes, yeah, that happens all the time. They meet some American guy and they pretend to be so in love with them and they try to get them over here. And then they're just being a lady of the night. So, yeah, there you go. But
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
To sleep with her, does it cost more than $39? Just out of curiosity.
Did he get a free soda?
Was he sending cash? I don't really know how much he sent her. I don't know.
He was sending cash.
Her job never came up. Like what job did she tell him that she had? Or did she not? Did she say she didn't work? Like, did she tell him she had an ordinary job?
Well, not really supposed to work here because you're going to school.
Oh, so she only started doing that here. Apparently, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm going to say
that's something you just pick up here.
So back where she came from, she told him she had a job or no?
Yes, and I do wonder what it was because my cousin, his sister, suspected this because of the things that she would post and wear, and she had all these different wigs. So the facts were kind of there, but he probably just didn't want to see it.
Poor guy.
Yeah, something wrong with your cousin. I don't want to break the bad news to you, but
it's just
because the upside is all from her end. She gets to come to America. She gets a new life. What is he like? He can't find.
He's in love.
Well, this is like 90 Day Fiance, and I don't know if you ever watched the show or not.
No, I haven't.
No.
So, God, the roommate loves the show. He loves that show. I don't know why. So basically, it is people who don't live here meet people here, pretend they're in love. They have all this drama. They finally meet. They get married, or they don't, and then some of them have had babies with people here too. But like, when you watch that show, you're like, guys, you can't really believe. But the thing is, I have a friend who works on this show, and you know how like they say like most of these reality TV shows are fake.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, Janine, this is real, and she's like, it's sad how many people are like just blindsided. And like, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Just how many people. just think how many people get scammed here
Well,
with, oh
yeah.
my, your grandson is in an accident.
Yeah, and the only way to get them out is with gift cards. It's like, what? But it's a popular like movie trope of the, like I've seen that in TV shows and movies of the, the mail order thing. The whole. You don't. Like I've never known of someone that's happened to, obviously, but it's weird because you always see it in movies. People meet someone overseas and then they're just in it for the to get married. That whole thing. But it's weird to know of someone who knows. To be
I'm not
connected
kidding
like
you.
that.
Watch 90 Day Fiance. You'll be sucked in and you'll be like, this has to be fake.
It's the same premise. What they hang out for 90 days and then they get married at the end of it. Is that the thing?
Basically, but a lot of them just like meet online. They talk and then they want to meet, and then that's the show of them like finally meeting.
So they're not set up by the TV show. They're legit just two random people that have met online.
Yep.
It's not like they get a guy and a girl and they said, you're going to be on this show.
Correct. They are legit people who have talked, like it's them talking,
Right.
So
I fell down a rabbit hole of, I don't know if we talked about this, but the show where women are in jail and then they can reach out to like men and start like dating them. And then like the guy comes and picks them up from prison. Did we ever talk about that?
No, but fugitive sex, Jerry. Fugitive sex.
I watched it it was literally all on TikTok, but it was like, I was on TLC or one of these. It was just somebody like took a real show and cut it up and put it all up on TikTok. And I couldn't follow it all, but this one girl was like, I love you, is talking like all this stuff to this guy. And this guy, they were like dating in her last like 9 months of prison. And like she gets out of jail and he goes and picks her up. And he's like, you want to go to a hotel. Obviously, he's been saving himself for her.
Oh, gosh.
She doesn't feel the same way as him. She's just looking for a way to get back up on her feet. She's got her ex-boyfriend talking to her, who she is attracted to, who she's trying to hook up with, even though she doesn't want to be with him. But she doesn't find the new guy attractive. So it's this whole like fucked up like triangle. And then like this one girl I watched, she did sleep with the guy just because she felt bad for him, that she was like stringing him along. So she slept with him and it went like horribly wrong. And then they had this like horrific breakup. But after he already like dropped like all this crazy money,
jeez,
it was just like, it was horrifying to watch.
Well, okay, I'm going to tell you this. I know a girl whose husband got put away. He took the rap for someone. I'll just say that. And her and her friend would go to visit him. And I guess it was a relaxed prison, you could say.
Medium security?
I don't even know, because his friend was allowed to be there with him. So basically, my friend's friend started dating this guy in prison. And they never, that's a very weird way to meet. But they ended up staying together, and she waited for him to get out, and now they're still together.
Hey, you can't, sometimes I guess you never know. It works.
Strange. But yeah.
Sometimes it's a legitimate thing sometimes, and that's good. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. That's it.
That works.
I fell down a rabbit hole.
Oh no, another one.
Yeah, dude. It's this woman. She turns out to be a stripper, right? So I see this first TikTok. I forget what it was, but I clicked on it. What was it? I was one of these what I make in a shift. I'm obsessed with this. Strippers, waiters, waitresses, bartenders, like they have that, like, come work with me on a Monday night to see what I make. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm like, okay, how much are you making? I'm dying to know. So I got caught on that. And then, so she's in the thing and she's counting her money. And then she goes, I got like a 50 from Michael and I didn't even give him a dance. So then I'm like, okay. So then I come out of it, and then when they have the titles on the screen, it was like Michael takes me shopping or something like that. So now I'm like, okay, now I need to know who Michael is and what this whole relationship is, right? And it turns out he did take her shopping, takes his stripper shopping, and like she makes like a whole video out of it. Then I saw another video where he couldn't make it into the strip club that night, so he Venmoed her money. So that was all I needed to see. So I reached out to her and I'm like, I need to know what this dynamic is. But she has not. She hasn't responded because aren't you curious to be what is that like? Because I'm fascinated by these relationships where he's essentially just out for sex, right? And is paying his way into it. And she's taking his money, which it seems like with no interest in him whatsoever.
How does like me and my husband?
And it's like, I know that those relationships exist, but for them to play out on social media like this, where they're like, she's just like, hey, we're going shopping with Michael today. And there's the guy, like you could see the guy, he's there, he's in the video, and he's buying her outfits and stuff. I'm like, look at this train wreck. Like, this is not going to end well.
No.
And here they are just both pretending to have the time of their life on like a shopping day.
Good Lord.
Isn't that weird? And if you
Unless
were
it's all an act and they're messing with you.
Well,
maybe.
I will say, I won't say who it is, but I will say I found out. Ow, you little cock. Sorry, I'm talking to my husband. No, I'm talking to my cat. He just bit me.
That's good.
I will say, there's another person I know who is.
You know a lot of people
into swinging. And you people, you two know this person. I'm not. You don't know.
See, now you got to tell us.
Be honest. Wait. Be honest with me. Be honest. Is it my wife?
Yes.
Shit.
Well, I don't think you really know this person. It's not one of my friends either. But I feel like, yeah. I can't say who.
Got to text it right now immediately.
Why would you bring that up? Why would you bring that up and not tell us?
Because people do that to me all the time, and then they're like, I can't do it. And I'm like, oh, I fucking hate when you do that.
Exactly. You just did that to us. You gotta send it to us.
Are you waiting for a text?
Yeah, we're not doing anything else on this
show. Has stopped. Until...
How about when we get off? But I'll tell you. Could text me. I'll give you some clues.
No clues. You just tell us. I'm not playing this clue game. You just tell us.
Yeah, tell it. Yeah, come on. You can't just hang that out there.
I'll just say this. So many people do this.
Have we met them? Do we know them? We've hung out with them?
I don't know if you ever met this person.
Oh,
I know you know of this person.
I know of the person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Did we talk about airplane etiquette?
No.
You didn't?
We talked about a lot of airplane stuff, though. Yeah, we talked about the kid not being seated with your family or something. Was that not it?
A little bit, but there was an article about airplane etiquette, and I was going to just go through it and see what you guys thought about each individual instance.
Yeah, right.
That's a pretty big topic, though. I don't know if we.
My big question is always with that is, do you put the seat back? You got those tight. You're in an airplane. Do you can you put the seat all the way back? Is that good etiquette? That's
what spurred this. So again, sorry to take it back to the Islanders, but they put out a video and they were like, "Do you they have those videos where they ask the players questions, right? And they all answer and they cut them all together. The question was, do you recline? And the first guy was like, no. And then he was like, all right, I do, but just a little bit. I'm like, why is there reclining shame now? When did this happen?
It's not shame. I think it's just, If you recline all the way back, is that messing up the person behind you in some way? Is it messing with their
But
tray table? Is it? I know just because it can recline doesn't mean that you should. I don't know. I don't know the right answer. Does it mean that you can go all the way back and is that okay to
yes,
do?
I don't believe in recline shaming. I feel like this is disgusting behavior. The thing is made to recline. So, and by the way, first of all, this isn't 1976 when airplane seats really reclined. Now we're talking about from here to here. I mean, the recline on a chair
They
now.
recline a little more than that, but
I don't even know if we could call that a recline. That's how little of movement it
That's
actually
true.
is.
so I think you got to recline before the person behind you takes their seat. You got to be the first in that seat, and then you recline. Oh no, you can't, because then you have to take off. But it's because then all of a sudden, the person behind you has their tray table down, they're watching their whatever the hell they're watching, and then all of a sudden you go, Phoom. It's like, is that all right? That's okay to do, I guess.
But you got to deal with it. It's like at a concert. If the person in front of you stands up, and you want to see the show, you got to stand up. Like, that's just, it is what it is.
So now, is that a chain reaction? If the first person reclines, now everybody behind that person has to recline.
Everybody's got to recline. Yeah. You can't complain if you have more real estate to go. If you're upset about not having this much more space, then you could just move your chair back that much more.
Hey, listen, I'm all for reclining. I just didn't know what the thing was with that.
Yeah, I'm not in favor of this whole recline shame that we have in the world now.
I am totally in favor of reclining. Recline away, people.
J Sams, recline or not recline?
Like, do I mind when, like, do I do it?
Right.
Funny enough, I try not to do it. Because I don't love when people do it in front of me, but I try not to.
Do you drape your hair over the chair so it's in their face?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you put your bare feet up on the chair in front of you?
No, because you can't put them up.
All right.
You mean in between the two seats on the on the like?
Yeah, on the
armrest. No.
Armrest. No. All right.
Quickly before we get to the rest of the etiquette stuff, Kimberly writes in, "Hey, Aunt, why aren't we talking about Trump flying to Montana on Epstein's old plane last weekend?" Miami Herald reported today.
What?
It's true. Paul says, Kimberly, I sent that to Anthony. He did. We looked into it, and the Miami Herald confirmed the same thing that we found out, which is it is true, but they didn't know it was his plane. Like, it's not like they sold it as, hey, everybody who wants to buy Jeffrey Epstein's plane. The company who sold it to them, there was no way of them knowing. They found out through the media, is what the Trump campaign is saying. I believe them. I mean, even if you don't believe them, it's more of a scary headline than anything else. I mean, the guy fucking sold his plane. Somebody else bought it. What do you like? People bought his house. Like, people bought you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how that makes Donald Trump a worse human being because he bought a plane that belonged to a piece of shit, whether he knew it or not. I mean, if he knew it, it's not great, but he probably didn't. And what difference does it make? It doesn't make him a child molester. Some of the other stuff, right? But nobody's proven that stuff yet either. So it's like, I know it seems like a flashy headline story and one that we would lead the podcast with, but once I found out, I'm like, okay, so it doesn't really change anything though, does it?
Probably not. Who the hell knows? I can't keep up with this stuff anymore. It's just too much. I just, God, he's flying around in Epstein's plane. I mean, that's just another, like 10 years ago, that would have been like the news story of the year. And now it's not even, I didn't even hear it. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something. It took us 3 hours just to find out, the truth about it.
Yeah.
Even the Miami Herald didn't have it until 6:00 tonight. So,
is it the plane that we see in all the pictures? Like, what do you?
I don't know if it's I think the guy owned like 5, he was a billionaire. Like, I mean, there's probably 3 other planes are not exactly something that they just discard, like they basically fly those things until they are no longer able to get off the ground. You know, so I'm sure there's probably a couple of other ones of his just being flown by somebody. Who would even know? I mean, if Epstein sold it to Joe Schmo Planes, and then Joe Schmo Planes sold it to Terry's Plane Hut, and then Trump bought it from Terry's Plane Hut, how the fuck would he know?
I'm sure if you're buying a used anything, they keep track of who had it before. If you buy a used car, you gotta know who had it before.
But do you think you would really take a look and see who owned this 3 cars ago? Would you really or 3 owners ago?
Was it 3 owners ago, or was it the very last owner?
Fucking Paul, he sniffed the seats.
Oh God!
I'm not saying he did it. I can't defend him on that one. He might have. He probably did.
He could have.
I don't know. But did Trump find his tie clip? All right, so there's good lines here. I'm not saying that you guys aren't making something out of it. I'm just saying. It's not as big of a story as I think most people think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Look, if he got the plane because he lost it to him at a poker game, all right, that's a bit of a bigger story.
Different story.
I guarantee though, if Kamala Harris or Joe Biden bought Epstein's plane, they would jump all over it. They would be like, "Oh my God, how could you see?" It would be the biggest thing. Am I wrong?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Frank.
Shoot.
Did you see the movie Trap this weekend?
Did, yes.
Oh God, did you?
Yes.
Okay, this is 2 weekends in a row where 2 friends went to go see the same movie close to the same times, but not together. This is not normal behavior.
That's true. That's weird. What are you seeing this weekend? We'll go at the same time, but we won't talk to each other.
Yeah. What do you not want to see together this weekend? Let's plan it now.
Well, I got to sit next to people and they can't talk during a movie.
All right, good. Give your Trap reviews. Go ahead.
Trap, I enjoyed. Erin and I both liked it very much. I think it was one of, there's 2 types of M. Night Shyamalan movies. There's good ones and there's bad ones. This was in the good category. This was not, no, it wasn't The Sixth Sense, which was arguably his best one. But it was really good. It was entertaining. It had a good plot, a good story. The acting was really good. And what you remember? Haley Mills.
Yes.
Anthony, do you know Haley Mills?
I'm looking it up right now.
Do you remember Saved by the Bell? The early years where she was the teacher.
Miss Bliss.
Miss Bliss. Yeah, that's Haley
yeah.
Mills. She was in it, and she hasn't been in anything in forever.
Wow, I thought she was dead.
She's not. And she was in it. Josh Hartnett. Everybody was good. The music was very good.
This is like a comeback tour for everybody. Miss Bliss, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter who plays the singer, the artist. Yeah. That's the headliner for the concert. Yeah. And it's all her own original music, and it was very good. That was a good part of the movie, and the story, everything was. I recommend. Erin and I recommend this movie. I think very good movie. Not going to obviously give any spoilers away, but it's a good ride.
Jay Sams.
Okay, I wanted to fuck with you. I didn't see it, but
oh,
I know.
All right.
Well, you left out something that Erin put into the Discord. Everybody join the Discord if you haven't already. Link in the description below.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was?
What?
She said that it was you and 2 other people in the entire theater. Is that?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
What time did you see it?
We saw it early on Sunday.
That's why.
It was like middle of the day, like noon, 1 o'clock, around there, 12, 12:30.
Well, it's not like you went to the 11 o'clock. So it was in the afternoon.
Yeah, very early afternoon. And it was huge theater, but it was me and Erin, and a few rows back, it was another couple, and that was it.
So did you?
Through the whole movie. That's why the movie was so good. We barely watched the whole thing.
Both going for the same. So did she jerk it? What happened?
I tried the tub of popcorn trick, but the butter kind of burned. So
why is it so creamy?
Last time I tried the popcorn trick, I just came as soon as I got into the popcorn.
That's good. Ruin a whole tub of popcorn.
I didn't ruin it. I made it better.
Oh, good. Are you kidding? Paid $10 for that fucking thing. I'm not throwing that out.
I gave it to the cuck-looking dude next to me and said, "Yeah, this is for you."
Watch out, there's a hole in the bottom. It's not big enough for any popcorn to fall through, though, so you should be fine.
Why are you so hurtful? Why
I don't know.
You always be so.
I don't know. I apologize.
I do want to see it though, because I've been wanting to see this movie. Like as soon as I saw, I love every one of his movies. I know people say like either.
I enjoy his movies. He's got a couple of. Yeah. Let's see. You got The Sixth Sense, Signs.
Signs is one of my. It's probably top 3 of my movies of all time.
That was a really good movie. Lady in the Water is one of those movies. It's like you either love it or you hate it. Like I don't know. It's a fun. You gotta like just suspend disbelief and just be out there with it and have fun.
I love that movie.
It's a good. I like it. I enjoyed it. A lot of people hate it. The Village, yes, Robin. The Village is a really good movie. I like that one.
Oh, I love Village too. See.
Yeah,
I never. It was interesting.
There are some movies of his I never saw. The Last Airbender. He's made a couple of those kinds of movies. I don't know them very well. I never saw those. But I'm trying to think of what other. Oh, there was a recent one, Knock at the Cabin. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Yeah, I saw that one. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't his best, but it was okay. Trying to think of other movies of his. Oh, I liked all of the what's it called, the Glass and Split and the first one.
Split is great. Also, the movie Old.
Old was very good as well. Yes. What was the movie with Bruce Willis?
Glass? Something Glass?
Well, this Glass was the sequel, I believe.
Oh, Break.
Breaking or Break. Oh, what the hell?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Thank you. Yes, I thought those 3 were very good. So he. Oh, there's Nope. Nope was okay. Wait, no, Nope wasn't his. No, Nope was not his.
Nope was Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele did Nope. That's right.
Which I love that movie too.
Nope was okay. Yeah, it wasn't
anything with aliens. I'm in. I'm sorry.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Right. Well, you kind of know.
You don't know. But it's he has some good movies, some fun. That's the thing about his movies. They're out there, and you just have to just go in knowing that you're gonna have. But this one wasn't that. Trap was good. It wasn't.
I want to see that one.
Outside of reality, it was a good movie, and
5 minutes.
Yeah, there's a couple of times where you question this or that, but you just go, all right, whatever, it's fine, I'll let that go.
Can you just tell me what Old was about? Because I don't want to see it, but I want to know.
It's a good movie. People go on vacation, all different types.
Spoiler, everybody.
No. I'll just tell you what it's about. I'm not going to tell you any spoilers.
Just spoil it. I don't want to watch it. I'm annoyed with it.
All right. Well, the movie Old People by M. Night Shyamalan. If you don't want to listen to a spoiler, I'll talk about it, and then I'll do this. That'll tell you to come back. Okay. So Old People go on vacation. It's families. It's couples. It's whomever go on vacation, and they go to this resort, and they get taken to a beach. Now this beach has some kind of effect on people. It makes you age rapidly. Okay, so you get there and you're 20 years old. By the end of the day you're like 40, and it just keep aging and aging and aging. And it's the point is, everybody, here's the spoiler part. Here's the you sure, because it's not that old of a movie, it's only a couple years old.
I'm never gonna watch it.
All right, here's the spoiler. So they ask these people to come down. Every person who goes to this beach, who gets taken down to the beach, has some kind of ailment. They have something wrong with them health-wise. And they get at the resort. They're all given a customized drink. They all take the drink, whatever. And then when they get to the beach, they age rapidly, and the whole thing is the twist, I guess. I feel crappy giving away an M. Night Shyamalan twist. How could I do that?
It's fine. We said we gave people the warning.
All right, so I'll wave you back in. So the twist is that it's a research island where they're researching the cures for things, and they're able to research it better if they could see the cure in action over a person's entire lifetime and if it works. So let's say you have Alzheimer's, and on the island we gave you the drink with the cure in it. You go to this old beach, makes you older, and they could see how you progress with this cure through your lifetime. And does the cure work? So they have like 40 people there, and each person has a different thing, and they test it all.
Got it. What is it about the beach that makes things speed up reality?
It's supernatural. You don't know.
Stupid. I hate it. This is the dumbest movie I've ever heard of in my entire life.
No.
It's very little to do with it. It's just the location.
But this is what bugs me. That's a major plot point, and they're just like, it's just supernatural. I get like, no, there has to be there has to be an explanation.
There's no explanation
behind that.
No. Why?
I'll tell you what a good explanation is behind that. When you take I'm
not going to wave you in yet.
When you take the medicine, it makes you forget the day. So it appears that you're aging rapidly, but you're really not. You're living every day, doing the same thing, going to the beach.
But that's not the point. Is that they could research it quicker. They could see how it, like for everybody else, they're aging normally, and they could see the cure affecting you.
Got it.
You're they could see how you would be 50 years from now.
Instantly, right?
Instantly, within a day.
We're still struggling to find a cure for diseases, but we found the magical beach that speeds up time for people. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Go fuck yourself. You and M. Night Shyamalan can go screw each other.
You have to open your mind a little bit.
No, I hate it.
So they age more rapidly in this one place. That's the one thing about the movie that they don't explain, and you just have to go with it.
I think you got to solve that one. That's a pretty big.
Well, how can you solve that?
I think you have to
give a magic alien rock or something there or something.
I would take that. I'll take that.
I just solved it. I think I just solved it. I solved it in one sentence.
When in doubt, magic alien rock. Just
perfect.
Alien technology solves it all.
It's the reverse Cocoon rock.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
You
Cocoon?
love that movie? You have shitty taste in movies.
Wait, Cocoon or Old?
Old.
Oh yeah, Old is a good movie, and there's not really. I'm trying to think.
Stupid.
It's not really anybody really big actor-wise in it.
Fucking Lindarella. Lindarella is on fire. Kool-Aid is a placebo. What happened? I didn't get cured. No, you had the Kool-Aid. That was just you were the placebo.
Yeah, you were the test. You were the what's it called? The control. The control subject. No, but it's a good movie, and you don't see that kind of thing coming. You don't know what's going on through the whole thing. And
Are there glory holes on the island?
They didn't explore the whole island, but maybe it could have been.
No, but see, I like a curveball. It's almost impossible for M. Night to make a good movie because everybody's expecting a curveball, and then he's trying to deliver this this magical. We're never. It's like this. We're never gonna capture what we had for The Sixth Sense.
No,
Never.
of course not. But it's still good. I thought it was still
can be, but
all right. Can I wave people back in? We could stop talking spoilers.
Yeah, you can.
All right, waving you back. This is Come Back.
I'm not going to spoil it, but what's the one where Harry Styles was eating that girl's box that I like a lot? What's her name?
Oh, that was a good movie. What the hell was it called?
Best movie ever. What?
Oh, what the heck?
You know the one, the
Okay,
blonde.
Darling.
Okay, Darling.
I love that one.
What's the name of the blonde that replaced the other blonde that we all loved back from the Heroes TV show, and she just disappeared? We just replaced.
Yeah, what the hell was her? She was in
Darren. It was a new Darren, and nobody blinked twice about it. We're like, whatever, it's fine.
She was in what's it called too? Oppenheimer.
Right, but what's her name?
I'll look it up right now. I forget her name. Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh. Thank you. Remember the name of the girl she replaced?
I don't even know who you're talking about. She replaced someone?
Yeah, she was on Heroes.
I don't know Heroes. No, I don't know Heroes.
She looked exactly like her. Let's see if I can get to it before the chat does. I don't think so. I'm not feeling confident.
I don't think anybody's looking this up.
Heroes TV show. No, somebody's gonna get it because she was a big popular person. Hayden Panettiere.
Panettiere.
Hayden Panettiere. Yeah.
Okay.
Hayden Panettiere.
She
Fucking
was
great
good. She was.
around the
She's,
holidays.
she was good. She's in the Scream movies.
Yeah. So anyway, that movie, I liked that movie because
I love that movie.
you didn't see it coming,
The
and
old thing you didn't see coming.
no, that way, like you knew. Okay. The movie starts, and you're like, okay, we have to figure out what's going on. That's clear from the get.
Yeah, of course.
Like we have to figure out what's going on. So I understand that was part of it, but I didn't see it coming. And I don't know if anybody did. And there was a reasoning behind it. There was backstory built into the discovery of what exactly is going on in this place.
Yeah, but to be fair, the director, you don't peg the director as a person who makes every movie a twist, so we didn't see it coming because we weren't expecting a huge
I feel like
twist.
he has, though. Every movie,
well, not every movie there's a huge as a twist. Well, trying to think.
Fairly or not, everybody expects there to be a twist on him. And I think he's tried to meet and exceed those expectations. And he has some at some points. Like I thought The Village was interesting. I don't know if
liked it.
Nailed it all the way, but I thought it was good enough.
I thought it was that. I don't know why everybody was didn't like that. I thought that was a good movie. That it made sense. Like it wasn't like far fetched too much.
Right.
No. I mean, it's basically what's happening in America right now is what people, it's kind of a similar thing.
Yeah.
People
just lock themselves in their own little worlds and don't,
and they just, it was like, anybody who hasn't seen The Village, I recommend it. That's a good movie. And there's a lot of people in that too. A lot of big actors in that one.
Yeah.
But Sixth Sense, that was just a classic movie. That's a legendary movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
All right, you want to do some more plane etiquette because we still got two more things. The radio thing.
Whatever you want.
All right. Well, J Sabs voted. She just left.
Okay. So we could do the radio thing. She's not going to care about that.
Yeah, I guess so. Because you know what, we can go back to this etiquette thing anytime. This is evergreen, and there are some interesting points in here. This will make sense to people. Obviously, it's a bigger deal for Frank and I because we both did. Frank's still doing radio in New York, but we've all both grown up here and been surrounded by it for so long. Today it was announced. So there's a couple things going on here. There's CBS, there's ESPN, right? Two big companies. I used to work for CBS for a time. And so I got to know a lot of the people that worked for CBS in the radio division over there. And they have a bunch of different radio stations, which have all changed now. It was like the rock station. It was the news station. Oddly enough, they owned two news stations, 1010 Wins and CBS 880. The oldies station, which I worked for, and a bunch of others. Since like the last 10 or 15 years, they moved the 1010 Wins, the AM news station, which was just headlines, to the FM dial. I don't even know if it's still on 10. I guess it's still on 1010 Wins.
They're on both.
And they call it 1010 Wins, but most people listen on 92.3, which is weird.
Yeah.
During this time, ESPN started a radio station on an AM signal, 1050 AM, which didn't have a big signal. So the first chance that they got to go on to the FM dial, they took it, and they were paying Ennis Communications $12.5 million a year to have an FM signal. Again, not a powerful one, but an FM signal nonetheless. So CBS is sitting there right now in this day and age with two, news talk. No, they're not news. They're not talk. They're both news headline stations, but they were both a little bit different. Like 1010 Wins was the whole, we'll give us 22 minutes. We'll give you the whole world. They got through everything in 22 minutes. CBS was a little bit more like you would get a headline and then you would get maybe like a 30 to 90 second explanation on the story.
1010 Wins does that. They'll give you the headlines and then they go through one by one and they give, all right, and they have reporters out in the field that will give you, Yeah, like you said, 30 to 40, 45
Yeah.
seconds or
I
something.
always felt like CBS's approach though was a little bit more in depth. Like we'll have more
okay.
reporter stories and more,
Right.
background and everything. And
So
then
what happened?
so today they announced that they are no longer going to have news on CBS 880, and they are leasing the station to ESPN. And what makes this so interesting is part of CBS's lineup is their own sports talk station, 66 AM, and now they're on, is it 1019 or 102? I forget what FM signal they're on. Anyway, CBS owns a sports station. So their main competitor is the ESPN sports station. So now they are helping their main competitor
Is that
get
even
a
allowed?
bigger audience by using their signal.
How could that even be allowed?
I don't know. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Like, wouldn't you be trying to? Wouldn't you be blocking them from this to put them out of business?
You can't beat them, join them, I guess.
It's the strangest thing because I guess they're leasing the signal to them, so they're going to make. And I couldn't find out how much it was. I don't think it was disclosed publicly. I'm sure it'll leak at some point because the guy who does all the radio stories is really good. I forget his name. But they announced that they're basically leasing the signal out to their competitor so that their competitor can have a better radio signal in the New York area. So ESPN, which is heard on 1050 and 98.7, will now go to 88. They'll come off of 98.7 because as they found out in a recent, radio survey here, that 60% of ESPN's audience is listening through a phone anyway. They're listening through the online app.
So the signal doesn't matter either way to them. But I got to tell you, outside of New York, I don't think anybody cares about this.
You don't think so?
No, why would someone in Wyoming care about any of this?
I don't know if they care about it specifically, but I'm trying to think of another bit. It's like if Domino's was like, don't worry, Pizza Hut, we're going to deliver all the pizzas for you. Like you don't have to worry about having cars and everything like that. We'll take care of the pizza delivery for you.
Well,
we know you can.
Can this be considered a merger of some kind? Is there going to be exchange like ownership?
No, it's not a sale. It is a lease. So they're basically taking their programming and just putting it on their signal that they own.
That's so weird.
And it's a direct competitor.
Well, one side, ESPN's probably going, this is great for us because we can be on another signal. And CBS is going, this is great for us because now we have ESPN on our signal. And it's like, well, one of you's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know which, but it's not going to work out for one of you. And they're just taking a gamble.
Because the cheap fucks over at CBS, which is now called Odyssey in the radio division, they're just like, oh, we can make like $15 million a year with zero expense.
That's what it is.
That's how desperate the radio business is in New York City. I mean, you're looking at a company that used to have an AM station and an FM station having two different things, and now they have the same thing. Like you have a chance to double what you can provide to people, and they can't pull it off. They just keep combining all their shit, and now they're just like, I don't know, let our competitor take it. Will they give us like how long could this arrangement really last for?
Right.
I feel like they're just making a quick whatever 15, 18 million or whatever they're making.
That's what it sounds like. It's not a long-term thing.
I mean, think about the radio shows. So on that station, some people might know this because it's nationally on TV. Boomer and not Carton. Fuck, who's the new guy? I don't remember his name. Boomer Esiason and the other guy. And then like all these people that were working their asses off, and now suddenly you're inviting the fucking enemy in to have a bigger slice of the pie. Like, could you imagine being an air talent there going, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's all about, are we bringing in money? Great, we'll do anything. We'll sell you whatever.
Yeah. They probably were killing these air personalities to have good books and hey, got to get ratings up. You got to get your ratings up. And then you just handed the fucking competition a bigger chance, to put you out of commission. Yeah. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't know.
I think that's fucking batshit crazy.
It is batshit crazy.
All right. Clearly, you don't care, and I don't think anybody else does.
No, don't
I might
care.
have been wrong about this.
I get why you're interested, but it's one of those. It's gonna happen, and it doesn't affect too many people that are listening. Really, I don't think it's gonna be a huge. You know what I mean?
No, it's not going to be a huge immediate impact. I just don't know where the hell the radio business thinks that they are going with this type of behavior.
I don't understand it either.
I mean, this is like when Sirius and XM first came out and they were both buying airtime on fucking regular radio. And it's like, you are just inviting your radio audience to go try out the next new thing, and you're taking money from them. You're fucking helping them.
Yeah.
And they took money for them for years. And
it's
then what
very
happened?
short-sighted. It's short-sighted. It's we can get the money now, and let's not worry about what happens later.
If there's a short-sighted business, it is radio. They don't know how to not be fucking short-sighted. It's fucking ridiculous. I ran into a guy in the supermarket today. It was a little bit of an awkward exchange. Like I'm literally running. I ran to the store to get chips and guac. So I'm like in pajamas and shit. I look like shit. And this guy stops me. He's like,
it's Monday, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Running to the store in your pajamas to get chips and guac on a Monday?
Shirt, short. You know, I was just casual today. Casual Monday.
Okay. All right.
Guys like, Ant, like, yeah. I don't like it when people don't get to the point immediately. You know?
Yeah, I hate that. Let's go. What happened? You talked to the guy.
Because this guy, John, you were very nice, John, but I want you to look at this from my side for a second. I don't know if you're going to take a swing at me or if you're going to tell me, you know, that you missed the show. I really don't. Sometimes there's, you know, it's the same fucking face. And so he was like, no, I missed, you know, he's like, what are you doing now? He's like, and I was like, and as I said, podcast, he goes, podcast? Like, it was like, it was such a loser moment.
Podcast, really? One day things will pick up for you.
Yeah, this is gonna happen for you one day. But he was like, he goes, why? He goes, I don't understand why. And I don't know how to tell the story. Like I'm still telling the story from a amicable place. Like, I don't know if the full truth can ever really be told just yet. Like, we'll tell it one day, but not right now. But he said to me, he goes, the station seems boring without you. And I go, that's very nice of you to say, thank you. And I said, if you really want to know what happened, that was part of the problem. I think their vision for what that station should sound like was different from mine. And even though mine, I felt was working and sales and everything else proved that to be true, I just don't think it was in the same vision as what they wanted. And he was like, I don't get it. He goes, I still win a lot of concert tickets from there. No, he goes, I still win concert tickets from there. And I go, oh, that's good. He goes, a lot more since you left. I go, well, that should tell you something. I'm like, if you can get through the lines a bit easier these days, I think
if you're caller 2, 7, and 9, then something's wrong.
I think you need to know everything you need to know about what happened at EHM. So, but the point for bringing this up is tell me right away what you want to talk about, because if not, I get very uncomfortable and eerie. I don't know if I'm going to have to duck or fucking, have a nice little radio reunion.
I'm glad he caught you at your, at your best moment in your pajamas with an armful of chips and salsa. It
always happens. And I don't want to make it seem like I don't get recognized a lot, but when I do, the few times far in between, it's always the time when I have gone more than 24 hours without showering. It's always when I'm not at my finest moment, you know.
It happens. But, podcast, did you see, I'm sorry, but a couple of weeks ago, and the reason I bring it up is because I always run into it on YouTube now. You know, when you watch something, it pops up a million times now.
Yeah.
So when Martin Short filled in for Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, he was so great.
It was hilarious. Anybody, you want to laugh, a 5-minute video, it's Martin Short as, when he dresses up as, what's his name?
Jiminy Glick.
And he's interviewing, the first interview was Bill Hader. And then the second interview was what's the guy's name?
The guy from Will and Grace. I
The
forget
guy
his
from
name.
Will and Grace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember his name. Not Will. His friend. I can't remember. Jack, I think his name was, but in the show. But it's hysterical. And what's his name? Bill Hader. He goes, "Oh, what are you doing now?" Bill Hader goes, "Oh, I'm on a podcast." And he goes, "Oh, podcast." He goes, "Yeah, you should do a podcast." He goes, "Oh, I've never been that broke." And it's just off the cuff, and it's so hilarious. It wasn't Bill Hader. The other guy said it, and it was so funny, and he just nailed it every time. And I mean, I'm sure there was editing and stuff, but it was just such a good. It was Jiminy Glick should come back and do a show. It's
agree.
great.
I agree.
He was so classic.
He said, I don't know if it was Bill Hader or the other guy.
Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes. Nice. He was like, this is such a change for me because I usually interview celebrities.
Oh, man. It's just brutal. And it's great because I think a lot of it has to do with their reaction, too, because Bill Hader's, they're both laughing through the whole thing. It's hysterical. And he just comes out with these lines. He goes, he goes to Sean Hayes. He goes, "Were you for or against the use of drones to take out the late Mickey Rooney?" And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's just so fucking stupid and funny. I watch it like at least once a day just to get a cheap, quick laugh. It's so funny.
I hate to do this because I've been working on you for years, but there is a great Martin Short cameo on Curb Your Enthusiasm. That is phenomenal.
I know.
It's really, really good.
I saw him live. He was over here a few years ago. Aaron and I went to see him. It was a Saturday, and he went right from the show we saw him do. He went straight from there to Manhattan to do Saturday Night Live. So he did a whole show at a theater over here, and then went straight to the city and did Saturday Night Live. So
wow.
Same night. And he did Jiminy Glick. He came out on stage with the whole getup. It was great.
That's all. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that can't be easy to put together.
Yeah, it was a great show. He was showing clips, and he was doing talking and doing stand up. It was great.
I never saw that on Broadway, and I'm kicking myself for it. You know how hard that was? He used to have a special guest every night when he was on Broadway.
Yeah, well, I think that's what he did with this show. He was touring around, and he had different guests. And the guest he had here was a guy that runs a local charity in the area. And he was just bullshitting with him, and it was funny. And it wasn't a celebrity, but it was, it was hysterical. So he did a great job. He's classically funny.
I love that guy. Yeah, and it's tough for Jimmy Kimmel. Not that he would take over, but it's just like it's weird because I was like, oh, this is funnier than anything Jimmy Kimmel has done in a really long time.
Oh man, it's so good. And then he did another interview where he interviews Melissa McCarthy and I forget the guy's name, Nick Kroll.
Mm-hmm.
Does an interview with them. That's like a 10-minute one, but it's all hysterical as Jiminy Glick. And it's all good stuff.
Yeah, we need Jiminy Glick. We need that to be a regular show again. I wish he would just do it on the internet as he sees fit, like whenever.
Yes, just do 5-10 minute things on the internet. That's perfect.
When you're ready
need a
for
half-hour show on Comedy Central. He needs these little clips.
Yes,
100%.
Yeah, doesn't have to be 5 episodes and 10 seasons. Like just whenever you are ready, put it on your YouTube channel and make the money off it that way, and let everybody enjoy themselves. It's the best.
Absolutely, that would be perfect. I mean, I know he's got he's doing the murders and the only murders in the building, but this is like take a couple hours and just film, throw this together. That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
I like Only Murders, but I fell asleep during a lot of the episodes. It was a little.
Yeah, we tried it and it never caught for us. We just never left it and we're like,
because
I'm sure it's funny. They're great, but we never got hooked.
They're great, but here's the problem. I feel like at first it was like get the 2 old guys with Selena Gomez, and it'll be interesting, and it'll be. But now, like I watch it and I go, I would just love it if Steve Martin and Martin Short talked to each. Like I just want them to be them, not
Yeah.
watch this stupid show. I just want them to be them and talk
Yeah.
together, you know?
It should be like a Curb thing, like an improvised. Just have them off the cuff.
Yeah.
Just here's the general idea of the scene. Go.
Because
no script.
We talked about this too. The supercut of Martin Short shitting on Conan. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I came across it. I don't know if did we talk about it, but I came across it. And it's he's great because he's got that improvisational talent where he could just off the top of his head. That it's so you can't teach that. It's just boom. He'll just come out with something that's just genius and brilliant and hysterical, and it's like holy shit. You know, it blows you away every time. So Martin Short. Anything he's in, highly recommend.
I also feel like it's 40 years of a comedy muscle swinging at you and hitting you square on the jaw. Like there's so much experience behind every line that he puts out there, you know.
He knows what he's doing with everything. He knows the timing, he knows how to get a laugh, and he knows how to present it in a hysterical way.
And he knows how to hang. I don't know if he could have I don't think he could have hung with Steve Martin in Steve Martin's prime. But now they go shot for shot. Like now they are equals. Like, because when did Martin Short didn't really pop until the 80s?
Well, he had a lot of stuff in the 80s. Then he was with Steve Martin in Father of the Bride.
But no, Three Amigos, I think, was the first thing they did together.
They were in Three Amigos together. Yeah, Martin Short was in a bunch of stuff. There were some, bombs, but Steve Martin had some bombs too. Yeah,
no, but I'm saying, like, I think Steve Martin rose to the top before. Yeah, so Three Amigos was 86. So by that time, Steve Martin was big in the 70s. Right. So Martin Short doesn't get there really. Let's say he arrives on the scene. He did some stuff before that, all the Canadian stuff, but he gets on the scene in 86. So obviously Steve Martin's a bigger, like, I think Martin Short even said this, like, he was like, I can't believe I got Three Amigos. Like, I was clearly like the weakest one out of the three of them.
But then he started doing Saturday Night Live.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, he couldn't hang with Martin Short back in the beginning, but now you look at the two of them and that show that they did together. I don't know if that's still on Netflix, but that show is hilarious. The Steve Martin and Martin Short.
I didn't see it, but yeah, I heard. I wish it was more popular.
You got to see it. It's on. I think it's still on there. You should watch it if you like him.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Give it a shot. I'm trying to look at his. I wish they gave it in date order here. He was in a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously, Three Amigos was the big hit for him. Father of the Bride, Clifford. He was Clifford.
Clifford, yeah.
Inner Space was a classic.
I feel like Father of the Bride was his big crossover, but that was just because that's the thing that I loved him in. Like, yeah. I feel like for me, it was like, oh my God, he stole this whole entire movie. Right. He's just a fun, lovable character in that film.
Yeah, and then he's in a bunch of like he was in Santa Claus 2, Mars Attacks, but everybody was in Mars Attacks.
I don't like to talk about the Santa Claus one he was in. He kind of stunk in that.
Jungle to Jungle. Yeah, there's a bunch of other things, but yeah, I think Father of the Bride and Inner Space and Three Amigos were his big ones.
But he's one of those guys, and there's a bunch of those guys where it's just like, I just want to hear you do stand up, or I just want to hear you talk. I don't want to see you act in something.
But I think what's it called would be like if he hosted a late night show. I think he was brilliant that week. He was on. He was great. That's like a vehicle made for him. With that off the cuff humor and just the skits and everything. He was running his own thing.
Yeah.
And he's got a team of writers backing him up. I think and he could deliver on a regular basis like that. That's a vehicle made for a guy like Martin Short.
I agree. Last thing on this episode, Frank, I feel like it's important to talk about this because, again, it's nice to throw actual true facts out there. And the economy is of big interest to everybody who's voting this time around, and you hear a lot of differences on what's really going on in the economy. First of all, you have the right and the left each pushing their own ideas about what's actually happening in the world. And then you have a bunch of people that are actually just trying to figure it out because, as we saw in that dip last week, it's like, are we entering a recession? Is this not a recession? Is this the start of a recession? Is this just a market correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the stock market going? Is it a crash? What is it? Right. And it was kind of like, we're not going to really know. And there's all these conversations going on. Face the Nation had the CEO of Bank of America on, and there's a 1:17 clip. I'll play it for you here. And he essentially says that the money that people had in Bank of America is the same, if not more, than before the pandemic. It would be good if we had sound.
That would pandemic. You look at them now; they're still sitting with much more, even inflation adjusted, much more in their account. The problem is it started drifting down, which indicates that they're using that money now to maintain a lifestyle. That's not that unusual in the summer months, frankly, because of travel and vacations and everything. Right. And where the money is being spent by our consumers is on those types of experiences. But if you look within it, they're still going to restaurants and they're taking travel. But on the other hand, they're spending a little bit less. They're going to the food store the same number of times, but spending a little bit less, which means they're basically finding bargains and things like that. And you're seeing corporations cut price to respond to that. And so it's the way the economy works, and it's slowing down. And that's where we have to be careful, because we've won the war on inflation. It's come down. It's not where people want it yet, but we got to be careful that we don't try to get so perfect that we actually put us in recession.
So he's saying we've done the job to slow down inflation, and now it's about don't go too far, because then you could get us into a recession. But everybody's been talking about this impending doom, this recession that's coming, and this is what he has to say about that.
But our team is a great team at Bank of America Research, does not have any recession predicted anymore. Last year, this time, it was a recession. This year, we talked about now there's no recession. And basically, they say we go to 2% growth to 1.5% growth over the next 6 quarters.
So what he's saying is last year, when they were figuring everything out, doing the math, looks like we were heading into a recession. Everything that has happened since has prevented us from going to that point. So last year they were predicting recession. Now at this point, where we are in the world with what's happening with the stock market, the economy, GDP, all this stuff, they're no longer predicting a recession. Let me say that again for the doomsdayers out there.
I bet Trump will take credit for that.
This is Bank of America, so it's not the end all be all, but this is one entity that is there to study the market and the economy and where it's going and make predictions. Last year they were predicting recession, but everything that has happened from then till now has pointed to the fact that we are not going to have a recession. That's what the CEO from the Bank of America is saying now, according to his team, whose job it is to predict these things so that they can make the most possible money that they can off of the market. He says we'll have slow growth, obviously 2%, 1.5% on the lighter side of things as far as our growth goes, but it's growth, not recession. So take that with you into this summer and fall and into the election, however you'd like to interpret it. But it doesn't seem like we are heading in that direction, which would hurt Donald Trump more than,
of course, it would.
A Kamala would, because she can take more credit for it than he can.
Yeah, and he's going to be like, "Oh, this is the worst economy we've ever had," and blah blah blah. It's like, no, you're an idiot. And I could take us out of it. First of all, you put us into it with COVID, obviously. You didn't do that, but you didn't help us during COVID. So that COVID is the reason why there is inflation. It's a huge reason why, but you did nothing to help with that. And you can't, he just lies about, well, when we left office, we had the best job numbers, we had the best this, we had the best that. No, you didn't. Everything was down, and you put us into more debt. So that's the reality at the end of his 4 years. And now, there's inflation because we're coming back from a pandemic where nobody was spending anything, and so now prices are going up, and now we're trying to we're evening it out a little more and more. It's slow, but we're getting there, and it's getting better and better all the time.
You have to admit it's getting better, a little better.
It's getting better all the time.
Can't get much worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he says that this is with the Fed cutting rates, which everybody expects them to, starting in September, and then again once more before the end of the year. Bank of America is predicting 2 more rate cuts in 2025. Other people are predicting 4 more rate cuts in that year. So again, it's going to be a fine dance on where we wind up going, but basically, as Mark says here, towels for everyone.
And they're the ones writing it off.
They're the ones writing it off. Bird says, I'm still very broke. Same, says Sarah. Yeah, times are, the food here. And this is where I know I'm stupid.
That's true.
I know my things don't make sense. But I know the Democrats are moving towards green energy. But again, if you want to win an election, what is Trump out there saying? Day one, drill, baby, drill. I just wish Kamala would come out and say, we are still moving towards a better energy independent, renewable energy. We still have this goal. No, but this...
and we've used more of our reserves. No, I can't. Because we've used more of our reserves than ever before, even more than Trump did. So we're using our reserves in order to fight inflation. So when he says drill, baby, drill, we have enough now that we are drilling, and we also are using our reserves. So it's drilling, we are drilling. It's not like we're not using our stuff.
Yeah. Well, I just wish she would say, although we are not, switching off our goal to be carbon neutral and energy independent and have renewable energy, I'm going to slow us down getting there because I want to make sure we get out of this economy the right way. I'm going to make sure that we're using our natural resources maybe a little bit more than we had planned on so that we could bring down energy costs. Like, even
that's what they're doing.
But even the president of the United States saying that, just coming out and saying these things would signal and help the markets and help gas prices come down and all that kind of stuff. Like the point, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we're getting oil from one place, and if we say we're going to have our own oil or buy it from somewhere else, it immediately will trigger the market to adjust pricing so that...
Well, that's what we're doing.
No, but they're not saying it. They're not. There's no announcement from Biden or Kamala saying, hey, we're going to increase drilling too. And I hate to say it like that, but just to be like, listen.
It's not about the drilling. It's about what we have already. We're using our reserves.
But I'm saying, like, the reason why the Democrats don't want to do this is because they don't want to pull away from their green energy goals, which I understand. I don't want them to either. I think it's great to try and move to all electric cars. I think it's great to move off of dependency of oil from the Middle East because they've gotten too much. They've gotten far too powerful and wealthy from that shit. So it would be great to neutralize some of that a little bit by having renewable energy. I'm a big fan of it. But I also think you don't lose anything by saying, hey, we might have wanted to reach this goal by here. Maybe it'll take a little longer because right now I think for the economy it'd be better if we relied a little bit more on fossil fuels for the next little while until we get to a point where we're good, and then we'll put all our goals back into place to go to all electric cars and all of solar panel buildings and all that jazz.
Well, maybe they'll see this podcast and smarten up.
Because the truth of the matter is Bird, Sarah, everybody, Lindarella, we're all paying more for that banana. We're all paying more for that avocado, because the trucks that bring it here are paying more for their fuel and so on and so forth. So you start to break some of these things down. You make things a little bit easier for people. Yeah. Do you delay your long-term goals a little bit? You do. But again, like I said, you want to win an election. You want to do what's right for the American people. Bend a little bit towards your opponent's goals, and you'll basically take the sword out of their hand a little.
Well, that's what's happening. That we are using more of our reserves now than we have before, and that's how we're bringing inflation down. So, it's not a novel idea.
Which one of those people in the White House would say that publicly? Because I think it would help a lot.
Maybe they have, and we didn't hear it.
Maybe.
All right.
All right, that's all I got.
Anything else? Yeah.
No, this was a whopper of a show, man. I mean,
This was a long one.
we should take off Wednesday. I don't think everybody watched the whole thing.
We had some people here from the beginning to the end.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, I don't think they watched it. I think they went off and did something else.
I tuned out a little bit.
I noticed that.
I did not tune out.
Mark was very good. Mercury, Lindarella was on fire this episode. Of course, Robin and Bird were being Robin and Bird, and Paul the same, and Miss Justice doing their usual wonderful performance. But
We love having everybody.
there was a lot of good. Thank God the audience was into it today because they picked up where we were falling flat, Frank. That's what I feel.
It helps. That's why we bring you guys in to pick up where we leave off. Where we drop the ball.
That's my honest review. I'm going to go try and track down that Elon Trump conversation because I feel like they probably broke some new ground. And
I'm sure they solved every problem.
Yeah, I think they said things we haven't heard before.
Yeah.
Elon
sure they said the election was totally fair, and they changed their mind on that.
Elon said in the middle of our podcast here that they were being attacked and trying to figure that out. So they were going to have their conversation with limited people, and then they were going to post it afterwards. That's what he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. They were being attacked by some element or something. He stinks. That fucking Twitter stinks. It's not what it used to be. He had you have one trans kid and all of a sudden you got to burn down the whole planet. Like my hatred for him has grown exponentially in the last.
I remember when he first took over Twitter, you were like, "Oh, give him a chance. Well, it's done some good stuff." And I was like, "No, he's an asshole. You'll see. He's an asshole." And here we go.
All right, I'm not ready to say I was totally wrong and apologize to you, but I feel like it's coming soon.
Okay, good.
I feel like it might be coming pretty soon. You know,
I'll take it.
You're right.
It's the best I'm going to get.
I did think that I still maintain, and this is why I like TikTok, that we need a free, independent way to, you know what, we'll continue this talk on the next episode.
This is another whole conversation.
Show me potato salad.
Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.